peal of thunder
Typically not.
sounds over the beaches of Ray class as the races once again wash up. They keep doing this again and again. Are they crazy? Perhaps so. But we have other races to be keeping an eye on. Wootish is someone that I've been keeping a close eye on the mercenary side of things.
Right.
Has been having some spectacular runs, being a relative newcomer to the Path of Exile 2 racing scene. But definitely looking like a strong contender. And the Merc versus Huntress race is definitely heating up because we had a Huntress win in week 1, and then Guy That Dies won on Huntress after playing Mercenary in week 1 and then swapping.
Mm-hmm.
So we haven't had that Mercenary representation, but Angormus, like you said, has stayed true to the Mercenary action. And we've also got Woodish. We did have I Am Exile last week, who was looking very promising for a win. But unfortunately, another game has claimed I Am Exile this week, so will not be available for us.
He's
Let's
at
get
his J
ourselves.
Omega little B. Unlucky.
Who do we have on screen today? Rise, take us away, mate.
Luxian in the bottom left, another super strong player that we have not showcased too much yet, but in the past seasons, somebody was always at the top. And I think every week with these improvements, Luxian is definitely somebody who you have to pay attention to on the Huntress. And Lee Donglin, who also has his demis from past seasons now trying to qualify for China, and those are going to be our huntresses. We will be switching out players. We'll be checking out different POVs. I think Whole New Society might make a showing on the stream as well. But for now, we're
Yeah.
kicking things off.
And the races are off. The race begins for that third
All right, here we
VIP
go,
ticket,
guys.
all expenses paid, and chance to show up and race on the main stage at Exilecon in that
I know
coveted Day 2
Angormus is
Path of Exile 2
he's
racing event.
really looking to
It's
win
a
this
big one.
one.
The last 2 Exilecons, the race has gone down in history. And
Yes.
they were definitely very exciting events to have been a part of. So I know everyone's really excited. This fresh generation of Path of Exile races, ultimately,
Oh yeah.
as Path of Exile 2 has brought a bunch of new races to the scene. We've had a few, we've had a few familiar faces showing up here and there, but I think it has been a very fresh field of PoE2 races, with
For
Angormus
sure.
being like the leader of that pack ultimately, starting well before Season 1 was even announced. Lee Donglin taking a gigantic slam, but calculated amounts of damage as they manage comfortably. Once again, we see the Miller strategy panning out. The differences there as the mercenary pull them away so that they can get the skip through the doorway. If the Miller dies off screen from the entrance, you can get through there a little bit faster. While the Huntress is being melee, will prefer to fight them near the door and just be close and ready to go. Do we
Yeah.
see any of
Some
that
tactical
reload tech?
tanking going on.
I don't know if we saw any of the reload tech with the unequip, re-equip the crossbow for that default attack reload. The zombie positioning leading to some shotgun blasts being favored instead there.
Looking for some talismans. Players are going to be picking up all of the loot. A talisman for Angormus, checking
Yeah,
vendors now. A
blue.
talisman for Woodish, trying to get the gold for. He's going to get it here. And already today, I was watching Angormus, and he has a nice dialogue skip that's going to be happening for the league
Ooh.
mechanic. So something he discovered. Maybe some of the other players aren't going to be doing it. It's not something major, but every little bit helps, like we've mentioned. Any second can count.
That
Also, I
first
think
league
having
mechanic.
that advantage of I know something that you don't is goes a long way.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
interesting to
wow.
find out that Angormus had been streaming all day
I didn't
yesterday.
know
Not
you could do that.
really keeping too much secret,
That's
apparently,
pretty
at
cool,
this
man.
point.
He
Just
just
kind of
skipped the
going
dialogue.
to be relying on raw skill, unless there was something in his back pocket that he wasn't planning on pulling out this week,
Nah.
instead
He
of
all he did was
potentially going for
port the
something
town
different.
and then he portaled back.
Yeah, players are sharing all of this information quickly. Although there has been some differences for sure between the more Western community and then the Chinese players. We've definitely been seeing some difference in approaches. People stealing VODs from each other and all that sort of stuff. Super fun, of course. All in the name of Path of Exile Gloria's. Bira is going to be our next boss fight, with Woodish already dropping her to about 50%. And Angormus very shortly behind. Actually, Angormus might be finishing up the fight
Yeah,
earlier.
just
Yeah, there you go. So
one grenade
nicely done.
over your head there. pretty in sync for most of that fight there. Little belt picked
Yeah,
up
and
and
it's
cold resist for Woodish.
yeah, a belt is always nice. Obviously, our players are looking for rings. They're looking for gloves. It's going to be a nice early source of damage for some of them. Again, I was watching Angormus earlier, and he had a crazy iron ring that he picked up with like 4 to 14, I think, damage. So
I've gotten
it's
iron rings that
completely
drop
insane.
from the Miller
But
before. That's just
these are some of the
pretty
differences
crazy.
that we're going to be seeing early. You might be thinking to yourself that the Huntresses are already falling behind and there's no way they're going to be able to keep up. But they do kind
No,
of go a little bit slower from the get go and they're going to be ramping as the race
I
continues.
got a feeling
And some
that
of the differences we'll be
Huntress,
highlighting later. And
the
Gormus
Huntress
in that
is
bear
going to
form,
be more and
preparing
more
the lids,
common
getting the
with
rage,
these
Yeah,
speed
and having
full
races.
stacks
attack.
of mobs in the hut there was a cute little add-on. Just taking
Yeah.
advantage of the way that the cookie crumbled there to get a little bit of extra rage stacks for a faster fight. But Ariadne even
Huntress
draining him out a little
Twister
bit,
is
but gets
just
the kill there. And
it's just
just
too good.
Nerves of Steel stands very close to the explosions, but just in the right spot and no upset whatsoever. Huntresses, of course, go for a bit of a different strategy here since they're using the Twister. They'll try and pull Ariadne inside of the hut, which can be pretty dangerous, but also can be a much faster way to kill her as you can get those Twister bounces. Usually the one bounce off the wall won't work, but the second bounce when it comes back and hits her again because of that internal cooldown will actually work. But, you know, sometimes they go fly out the door like they're doing for Li Donglin right now. But Li Dong does get the kill in the end and Luxian just trailing a little bit behind. We get to see their kill as well, which is going fairly well so far. They do have to mind those volatiles, managing them well, popping them in the center of the hut, giving them plenty of space to move around, using that whirlwind to reposition as they get those twisters down, and a pretty good kill in the end for them as well.
Yeah, it looks like struggling a little bit. Some of these bosses are not going to be cooperating. We've seen some pretty big differences, especially in Act 3 for Twisters when everybody ramps up. But for now, the players are heading over to the Red Veil with some of them already there, clicking those weapon racks, trying to get the next tier of weapon, and hoping for some potential transmute drops as they're going to be approaching another boss very soon.
Yeah, moving up to the Rust King in a moment. Like Rise was saying, it's pretty typical for the mercenaries to excel in the early game here, and it did that difference where the mercenaries were consistently winning Act 1 did have me hoping that we might see some slight changes in the Huntress's early game because ultimately the Huntress strategy hasn't been all that well refined. And
Sure.
like even to the point where people were saying that Huntress was super squishy, but it was just because the strategy hadn't been very refined yet at that point when week one rolled around, basically. But it has been getting
Yeah.
refined pretty rapidly. And I had heard tell that there would be maybe some explosive spear. People have been experimenting with some explosive spear parry additions to try and speed up the early game a little bit to get those, you know, burning grounds for the extra bonus damage. But I don't think at this point we've seen anything there. So I don't know if that was ultimately bait and misdirection or if it's been discarded or hasn't really panned out as being faster overall. But the mercenaries
Yeah.
do reign supreme here in Act 1 for the moment with Woodish taking the lead on the Rust King, getting a nice stun before that sword pop.
Yeah, Woodish is in the lead right now.
And
Oh
Gormus,
yeah.
Nice fight.
getting
Wow.
close there too.
Okay, and Gormus just took him down
Exalted
too.
very in sync today.
Very nice.
Exalted, a nice early get there. No boots on for either of our mercenaries yet. Very
Gormus
little gear to
struggling with.
speak of. And Gomes has got belts to spare, but basically nothing
Yeah.
else. Doesn't pick up a crossbow upgrade there as well. Checking for gloves. Does get attack speed and physical
Attack
damage
speed,
gloves.
yeah.
Really nice.
Those are very
Nothing
nice
for
indeed.
Woodish. Just got a helmet. That's it. Somehow wearing a helmet and running around
Yeah.
is more naked than just being fully naked. Helmet and belt. That's
True.
some outfits are just more naked than naked, aren't they? It's like shoes, boots and no clothes. Yep. Some
I feel you.
the races practice all sorts of conditions to be
And
able
yeah,
to
you might.
operate under adverse conditions here.
And a big part of the reason
So
why
now
we
the
talked about
Huntresses
how the
are
Huntress strategy was not
they're
refined
just now
was
fighting the
because
Rust
our players
King.
were dying a lot on the Huntress, stating that it's almost impossible to stay alive on this class. They would die multiple times per run, but you can see that with our fixed seed layout, the players are pulling in the Rust King on that little bridge,
Yeah,
and
look at
those
it go.
twisters are pretty much maximizing the damage. Such a good layout for our players. They're going to be having the same shrines, and the reason why not dying is important, well, because if you die, you go slower. But also, they were going to have to stand around for 2.5 minutes if you haven't watched our previous events. So a pretty large amount of downtime.
It's crazy how serious the races have got. Oh, hang on, please, mate, you're scaring me. I was literally just about to cast curse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wow, his life
It's actually
went
Rectangle
really
is
low there.
this zone is hell.
we've been having like we're so used to seeing so many deaths, and even the winners are sometimes having like 2 or 3 deaths and still winning.
Mm.
But the game has changed because people have been winning deathless, and now one death can be all that costs you, as Angomas well knows after last week. So even an early death,
Yep.
ultimately that 2.5 minutes is going to haunt you throughout that rest of that
Yeah, a guy that
race.
dies
So the
crushed
only
it last
opportunity one can be
week,
even worse. Angomas,
but
Oh
no
my
can you
deaths.
reset, mate? Please reset for me. I know. Eyes up, looking at the ceiling,
This
lamenting
zone
his
is the
fate
worst.
there. But
Wow.
ultimately, the right call. Like, it's not a reset you want to have, but that was not that bad. A reset
It's a
it
lot
was.
better than a
It's pretty close
death
to where he was.
because what is
Well,
it? A
I think he
2.5
was
minute
he was
penalty they
taking
give
fate as
if
well.
they
I was
die?
pausing multiple times there, and I was like, "There's no way you're getting out of that, mate."
Yeah, but every
Can't
time you
believe.
don't make that swift decision that we've seen from some of the players in the past weeks, that's costing you time, right? Oh my goodness, Lee Dong Lin having to kite all the way back. Stay safe.
Yeah, players having a bit of difficulty in the Grim Tangle this time around. And Gorm's building up those rage stacks and getting the damage on the Rotten Druid there. The Grenaders know not to use all of their grenades at the start of the Rotten Druid fight. If you're playing a Grenader in your campaign league start, don't throw all your grenades at the Druid until after they teleport, because they will always teleport from that start location. You can throw
Yeah,
down
no,
one
already
set of grenades, just not all your cooldowns.
a pretty big difference in the approach already, and Gormus, having not found that support gem, has to go for that boss with Woodish being able to skip it, either due to hoping
Yeah.
for some RNG later on or dropping something that we haven't caught, but something that he will not be getting is the Iron Ring
Ah,
from
he
the
did not.
cemetery.
Woodish
The
only
Witch
got the
Find was great
Lazuri
already,
ring.
but the Lazuli is not what you want to see. He's gonna
Uh,
alk it.
yeah, you got like cold resist and mana regeneration. I don't see
Yeah,
any
I didn't
damage on there.
see. Yeah, no
Unfortunate.
prefixes.
Throwing that Alk on there, just hoping for that damage to make up for the fact of no Iron Ring there. Yeah, like you said, that Grimtangle boss is optional, but a nice fallback if you don't get those supports. And ultimately, the players are looking for a certain amount of supports and skill gems, and having them at different times or having them at the wrong time is a big deal.
Yes.
So, Angorma's having to lose a little bit of time there, despite a good
Mm-hmm.
kill on the boss in the end. We'll
And
see how
very
Angormas
interesting, you
goes
can
with the ring.
see when it comes to the layout read, Angormas goes to the right with Woodish going to the left. So a pretty much complete opposite approach. They're still going to be sticking around the edges trying to find the crypts.
I don't know.
But once,
Yeah, it's interesting the different run through there. Considering I don't know that it actually makes too much difference for them ultimately.
yeah, because you're still sticking to the ledge. But I do wonder, I mean, maybe if you get
Blizzilo.
the Iron Ring a little bit earlier,
Wow, and
then
Gormus did
who
not
knows?
get the
You
Iron
say
Ring
that,
as
Nothing
mate,
else
well.
from
but
Luxian.
not for Angomas
Huh?
either.
Luxian gets one though.
Oh yeah, nice. Good pick up for the Huntresses then. Let's see how Lee
Li
Dunglin
Donglin.
goes. I couldn't
I think
tell.
that's one for Li Donglin as well. Hold on, open your
Huntress is
inventory.
rigged.
Huntress is rigged. Yeah, there's been a big point of discussion for sure how RNG dependent the mercenary can be. But I did hear Angorma say that Huntress is pretty RNG dependent as well. So
Yeah, I think
we'll have to
ultimately it's just
see.
that the competition has gotten closer and closer to the point where the players do start to feel that RNG a little bit more now, whereas maybe earlier the Huntress wasn't as RNG, kind of, it wasn't as much of a determining factor potentially.
Right.
And
Yeah,
Gormus
we're having that
going for the extra
extra
gem
event.
drop here from the rare monster. We're just having already completed this encounter here. Can be a little dangerous on
Yeah, it's a
occasion. Those preset
guaranteed
rings
drop
can get a bit
there.
of spice on them
Ooh,
sometimes. No move speed, despite the rare
4 pairs
boots.
of boots. Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah, I think that is his like fourth or fifth pair of boots checking there.
Yeah.
No move speed to speak of yet. This these delays on movement speed are not really what the mercenaries want to see to keep ahead of the huntresses
Gloves.
and maintain that advantage.
Gloves
We
for
don't really.
Luxian. He likes what he sees. He equips them. Not sure what it was because it's in Chinese, but I'm sure it's useful as Angormis drops low.
I'm gonna.
Again, this league mechanic is just so scary. Another pair of boots too for Angormis. Will these ones be the MS? Maybe he's already got a pair.
I'm totally gonna spy on the races in game once I find out their in game names. I'm gonna peek in because I
Check it
can
out.
actually read it when I'm in game using our coveted our secret spy technology. And Gomez taking lots of damage in this race so far, making me nervous. Oh, Woodish though! I look
Woodish,
over
man.
and all of a sudden
Holy
I just
crap.
I can't even see Woodish's life bar behind the timer there.
Yep.
The remaining slither of health just hiding right behind that timer as they cross the 13-minute mark here.
Go hard.
Very concerning.
Nicely done by Luxian. He's going to be clearing up his league mechanic as the players are heading over really close to each other. to the next boss. But are still struggling with that league mechanic a little bit. Oh, and interesting. Okay, so Angormus, Luxian, and Li Donglin run into the same area and now are going to have to backtrack.
Woodish
Oh,
is
no,
at the
sorry, Li
boss.
Donglin is still doing the event. Okay, with Wudish already at the boss.
All right, I am first spying on Li Donglin, who does have movement speed on those boots.
Ooh.
Very nice. Good little improvement for them. Getting lots of currency from that league mechanic encounter there as well. 2 Regals.
2 Regals already. Okay, that's crazy beneficial in this early state of the game.
We've got the Iron Ring and a decent Ironhead Spear too, with some damage and attack speed. So
And
not a great
Gormus is
last
on the
line,
boss
but
now.
still pretty
Looks
good
like
start
Woodish
for,
just killed him.
Li Donglin. We check in on Luxian as well.
Wudish drops an alchemy and he's going to be heading over to the Lackland fight soon after he gets through the mausoleum of the Praetor. Okay, I learned for this week, guys.
He's been training.
I'm still gonna be
Luxian
talking
is,
about your favorite Pokemon soon.
doing really
It's
well,
just
taking him
here we
out.
come. Can't-
Oh, and all right, and he's got him.
podcast can't be making
And
any
Gormus
jokes,
is
not on
right
the
after him
podcast.
too. Nice, wow, nice. They're staying close.
And
A bow for
Li
Luxian.
Donglin,
Gonna
once
be
we get off
useful.
this load screen, we got some damage on the gloves, but
Li
no
Donglin
movement
is
speed
now
boots for Li Donglin.
nice,
And
nice,
yeah,
good
both of them
damage.
did manage that Iron Ring, so for sure rigged in favor of the Huntresses here so far. I'm a little concerned about how close the Huntresses are in time to Angormus currently. We are usually expecting to see the Mercenaries maintain a little bit more of a lead here.
Not really,
Right.
not anymore.
Luxian was on the same.
They
boss as
didn't. It
Angormus
wasn't
there,
like that last week
and
either. I don't know why they keep
it's
saying
slightly
that.
in favor of Luxian as we move through the
The
second.
mercenaries are not. They're not much
It's
faster
moving
in the
Wudish already
beginning,
up to Draven,
and the
having a
and the
really nice
problem
fight so far.
is Huntress only gets
Need to
faster
dodge those circles
with Twister.
making sure he doesn't get blasted there as Draven gets stunned, and that should allow him to finish up the fight. There we go. Nicely done by him. Already having a socket in his weapon.
Another chance at
Hopefully
moose
there is something
there.
useful there.
And Gormus is at the
Yeah,
next
obviously,
fight
Gormus starting his Draven fight, eating a
with the
combo there as he
Praetor.
builds up his rage stacks. Just a bit of pressure on the health blast though, nothing he can't handle. Building up that first stun, hopefully securing that not before the sword.
Luxian, Ling Dong Lin are
in a
right
slightly awkward
behind
position,
him.
but still manages to land those
But
grenade
Woodish,
throws.
man, he's already at
Calculated
Lackland.
amount of slam
Holy
damage
sh!
taken is gonna in a bit of an awkward position for the flame wave, but manages to time a roll through there pretty comfortably.
I
And
wonder if
still damage the
these
whole time through all
if
of that.
these
He's
guys
really
know
getting
of the. I'm
around
sure they
the
do.
Draven and
Doing
slightly
nice little
forward
Lackland
fight there,
tech
but
with
Angormus
Twister.
plays that pretty well. A difficult
That guy that died showed last week.
British getting the kill instantly over there. At least as far as I saw, since I only saw the very end of the fight.
That was a really quick fight from Wudish. Nicely done by him. Gonna be skipping that quest item. Not something you need in a speed run. A lot of vendoring going on, but a pretty clean inventory. Wudish really staying on top of things. Gonna be buying that iron ring. Did he buy it?
Movement
No,
speed.
no way.
Oh, you just got movement speed
Which does pick
boots.
up movement speed from the vendor. Keeping on top of those vendor checks is how you insulate yourself against the RNG a little bit. You know, you don't get that movement speed. If you're taking those opportunities to use that regex, that little typed out string of codes that help you search the
All right, they're at
vendors and shore up
Lackland.
against
Oh my
other
gosh, they're
vendors,
not
just
doing
a
it.
bit of extra chances can make all the difference.
Oh,
I've seen some
okay.
players,
Luxian
not,
is.
not take advantage of that when they should have been and falling further and
Oh,
further
okay.
behind
All right, they both are.
when they struggle for gear.
I was like, man, how could they not? It's so good to
Was
do
needing
that with
for the
Twister.
punch was that nice fighting position where the players pull it behind the arena. And
Wait, why did he
smaller
just
corridor,
restart
it's
that?
much easier to hit with those twisters multiple times. And a nice fight from Luxian.
Li Dong Lin. I don't know why
Really
he
need to
just
see him
reset that.
getting in position to get an idea of how you can implement this into your runs.
Unique shield for Luxian
There you
there.
go.
But
Well,
given that
that's gonna be
I don't know,
vendored.
I was gonna say I don't know that they're gonna be using one of those
That's
like,
money.
large round shields because I don't know that's gonna help them all that much in the end.
Hell yeah,
There's
our
a bit of
players
extra
do
gold
need.
out there.
Yeah, they
What
do
you
need
want.
all the gold that they can possibly get. So any little bit will help for sure.
Apparently, we're going to be bringing up Relicario, who's doing quite well.
Huh.
Ooh,
They're doing the
Just
league
throwbacks,
mechanic?
let's go.
Substitution here. On the that's
In the
right.
hunting
Relicario,
grounds?
the druid. I was just
He's
thinking
the
about them
druid
earlier.
guy.
Because
Yes,
Relicario had
yes,
an
yes.
amazing week one, if I recall correctly, but just was like flying. And I was like, yes, a druid, and they're flying, and they're doing really well. It actually looks like competitive, but then they just didn't get
Okay.
the defensive gear. He
Then they go
struggled,
right for
and
Crowbell. Okay.
Yes.
it ended up ended up just dying as was ultimately predicted by the fact that he was running through the end of Act 2 naked still. But it
I
looks
can't
like it's a bit
remember.
different. Learned here maybe because Relicar is wearing defensive gear this race. It's good to see. I'm
Yes.
gonna have a little bit of looking at them as well and see what he's got cooking at the moment.
Woodish with the
Yeah,
lead
that's
still.
something that definitely is
Slight lead, but
mentioning that there are a lot of these caster setups that our players have been running in past events. And for the qualifiers, they can't quite afford to do it, but they have been quite successful early.
oh, now we
So they
got
just spent a little bit too much
Relicario. He's actually ahead.
to put
And
in.
I'm really
Like
happy
it
to get
He's
always has to
already
be
in
like
the farmlands.
yes, for sure. It does have to be kind of a community effort to get a class to that top racing spot for
yeah.
sure. So
And
if
he's
somebody's
doing
here trying
druid.
to,
Oh wow.
see a more caster sort of approach,
It's pretty
I
cool to
don't know if
see.
this is
Haven't
the
seen
race
many
for you,
druids.
but maybe you should check out some of the past ones. As Angormis fighting his Crowbell will be finishing the fight right here for those 2 extra skill points. A rare staff isn't going to help his equipment, but once again, the extra gold might prove
Yeah.
useful in the future.
It's such a it looks like a pretty challenging playstyle as well on the druid, as it is
So do these
complicated, and
guys
they're
do
actually
these
taking
guys
full
skip
advantage of the
Yes.
full druid
Fraythorn as
archetype
well? Because
using
that's what I've been doing, and
using
it's
both shapeshift
I
and
usually go back to
spellcasting vault.
Fraythorn once
And
I'm a
we saw
bit
a bit of this week
stronger, and
one,
it's
and potentially
it
even a bit
seems
more
to have
refined
helped
now
my
that
time.
we see like a channeled damage volcano, which ends up being quite powerful. Contagion, which is spellcaster tech we've seen in the
Luxian
stream,
with the
definitely very much
Crowbell kill,
racist from
nice.
a lot of different classes ultimately, even mercenary dipping into contagion at one point there to take a little bit of bonus of that like kind of extra AoE clear that it gives you, but you can drop down that contagion and then ultimately kill the
All
monsters
right,
with other
Woodish
spells
goes
and have a
straight to the
spread around and just kind of
farmlands. Okay,
essentially
yeah,
finish
they're
off
all
those packs.
skipping.
But now we actually see on the
They're all
druid here
skipping
also taking
Fraythorn. I
advantage
wonder
of like the
when do they
shapeshift launches,
decide to
which
go
is really
back to
cool. Like
Fraythorn
I'm looking now, they've got Wyvern Form Rend with Brink,
so they can get their spirit.
which
I
allows you to
wonder if
cause a lot
they
of extra stun without
I wonder if
actually
they just
causing the
don't
stun
do it.
itself. So you can build up that stun, but actually without actually triggering it, and then rapid attacks for fast stun building Rend, so that they can then do that wing blast linked to impact shockwave, which causes an extra explosion when you get that stun. So that's a really, really cool combo there on the Wyvern form for the early game there.
Yeah, it's proven to be super effective. Druid also has a really nice Miller kill. Unfortunately, we missed it here, but yeah, that previously
Yeah,
mentioned volcano just
everyone
goes
has
so hard for
skipped
Act One,
Fraythorn.
and it does allow some of our Druid players to really shine on top of the ladder
Well, that
early
makes me
on.
feel better at least.
Will Relicario in
Because I
particular be
started
able to give it up
skipping
as he approaches
Fraythorn at
the mechanic
first.
now, and will be the first person into Ogham Village
Made my time better.
far
So
4 players on the screen go right now. Maybe if we switch over
Oh,
to
awesome. That's
oh
crazy. You love to see it. I see Relicario is making full use of that build planner. All of the races are using it, at least for the skill gems part. Relicario actually having the tree mapped out there as well. But yeah, we can
yeah.
now that we're starting to see a little races get a little further, we're starting to see those checkpoints get hit, and Relicario hitting Ogham Village at 21 minutes and 14 seconds, with 23 actually maybe getting substituted in on the stream because they've caught up, and I believe just 17 seconds behind Relicario. With Keon
oh
And
21
wow.
Keon
seconds.
too.
23 is
Keon's
pretty
22.
good
Well,
too,
that's
man.
close.
That is close. This is crazy.
That's very close. And even LHD only 24 seconds behind Relicario. And in Crimson as
Nicely
well, in the
done.
top 6 this time, with 37 seconds there as well. I know Crimson has been practicing very hard. After wavering a little bit in week 1, I believe, he's been getting on and practicing a lot. So it's good to see him in the top 6 there.
Interesting though. We have no Twitch stream for 23. That is not good news. Our players do need to be streaming to be able to qualify for Exilecon. You don't have to be streaming to participate in the race, but to be able to qualify, maybe we're still trying to find it. Surely. I can't remember.
Hopefully
I think
so.
in the first week 23 didn't stream, and in the second week it did. I can't.
Yeah, I feel like I
My
remember
memory is
23
way too
streaming.
terrible.
And we did watch them on the Spectac client at least.
Hmm
So we can
Yeah,
get them
we're
in the
kind
stream that
of
way.
we're being skeptical about switching to the spectacle, and we are able to spy on them, but unfortunately, it doesn't show any of the UI elements, so we won't be able to see what they're doing with their inventory. We won't be able to see what they're doing with their passive tree. So we're trying to stick with the streams as Relicario approaching
Just
once again everybody's favorite Pokemon, the Executor.
that's why I was wondering what you were talking about with the Pokemon earlier. I forgot.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we get to see Volcano can do some just immense damage on some of these slightly larger bosses as the hitbox is big enough to absorb. If the Volcano's positioned just so, and you keep them on top of it, can absorb a lot
Looks
of that
nice.
damage. And I remember from week one, the Druid's single target damage was actually like very impressive compared to even mercenary grenades and whatnot. But we get that wing blast timing down there nicely, and Relicario is just staying on top of it, keeping those channel volcanoes going, and ultimately a
I mean,
very
that damage
fast
was
green
good,
kill.
but it wasn't
And that's hard to do
crazy.
because
Like, it
you really have
wasn't,
to hold that volcano for an uncomfortable amount of time as you
I've
continue
definitely
with that
seen
slow
better
movement.
with
That's a good way
Mercenary
of
and
describing it.
Huntress.
Uncomfortable
That's for
amount of
sure.
time.
It's uncomfortable. It takes forever, but it is
Might be able
super
to-
effective when it comes to the damage.
Let's focus Angormus here as we move into the mercenary kill on the Executor once again as well. And I'm excited
Hmm.
to see if the Huntresses take advantage of some new strategies I've been hearing about here as well. Angormus, of course, using that Wind Blast to secure that stun as well, as the players on the mercenary can also do so. They're using that Talisman anyway for Pounce and Wolf form movement, and also getting nice bonus added lightning damage there as well. So he's been forced to move around a little bit more here, but he was confident that last grenade wave was going to do it because he goes up and clicks the lever. No time lost there, or although he has to go back
Man,
for that exalted orb. You can't leave that behind. And also boots.
but take a look at the ladder. I mean, Angormus and Woodish getting pushed out of the top six that we're able to look at right now. We switched on over 223. LHD is in there. Relicario
Yeah,
looking so
23.
spicy for this Act 1.
That's a
Wow,
very big jump
LHD moved
there
all the way up.
after
They're in
the Druid
second
to
right now.
enter,
17
with 23
seconds
behind the
behind
ladder there by
23.
40 seconds or so as they caught up, and then put themselves 20 seconds above Relicario, despite a pretty fast fight from him. Let's go to the four-man cam here, as things are a little bit too close to focus on any one in particular.
Yeah, this is super
Gorm's
close,
dealing
man.
with a lot of uncomfortably annoying monsters over there as he's trying to get that support gem. He did manage to get it to drop on the ground, which you can do by dodge rolling away right as you click that hanged man, but still getting zoned out by some monsters there, unfortunate.
Yeah, things are absolutely looking crazy for our players. I do wonder if we are going to be seeing the statue boss kills for some of our huntresses. That is something that
Yeah, 23
doing
is
for a little
he's
bit extra
moving right
HP.
now.
But for right now, 23, once again, dealing with another league mechanic. Super rewarding, both in terms of the drops, but also some of the guaranteed drops and XP. Nicely done. That's going to be a clear right there. And Gormus in the Ogam Matter now. Woodish dropping a unique pair of gloves.
Yeah, Candle Maker.
Energy
Got
shield.
increased fire damage, reduced cold damage.
Look,
I mean, if you
like
want
it
any
didn't have damage.
There's no flat damage there, though, I believe.
Yeah.
I need to have a look at a closer look at those ones. I actually don't recognize those ones.
Yeah, and you might be noticing what we mentioned before, that we can't see those UI elements. So 23 wasn't in fact AFK in town or lagging or anything like that. It's just
Yes.
that
Relicario had a
he
nice
is
little
messing
lead, but
around with
he's
the
starting to fall
inventory.
behind
There we
now.
go. The
Psalm of Madness.
Oh wow,
for
23
Woodish.
is going for Candlemass right away. He's
Yes,
not
like the
doing
freeze
Right now,
the
it's-
skip
then
during the
paused.
the
It
RP.
actually says game pause
Yeah.
now. I think they added that to the spectator client. It says game pause down in the bottom left, I think. But yes,
Yep.
they were doing some
Interesting.
probably allocating some passives or something like that.
Exactly. But a Candlemass going down pretty quickly despite the not so
Yeah, he's
fortunate arena.
He's too
Nicely
close to that
cleaned.
wall to bounce it off the wall just behind him, but 23 still taking full advantage of the side walls there, which gives plenty of time for the Twisters to reset and hit the boss again. And they did actually
Yeah, he took him out quick.
despite it being a little bit a little bit
Open.
precise. They have to follow that wall exactly,
Mm.
which they don't like. Gonna bounce away a lot of the time there potentially.
I can't help it. I keep staring at Relicario's screen. Super interesting what he's doing on this druid here. It's great to see such a clean run so
Yeah.
far for Act 1. Oh,
Yeah.
Gormus
Oh
once
my
again
gosh.
super low. But as long as your HP
And
stays above
Gomez,
0,
dude. Oh
you're
my.
chilling. All you need is 1
Damn, bro.
HP and PoE2 Rising.
Sapphire Charm pickup there is pretty nice, moving into Count Ogham, who does a bit of extra cold damage there in some phases. We're just not using those.
Okay, so
normal
Angormus
soul
is
movement.
skipping Candlemass,
Despite
which
not
is
having damage on his current
that's like what I
gloves,
do.
So in theory, he could.
But look at this. We
Especially
switch
since
on
you're
over
using
to
explosive
Crimson.
trade.
Crimson
Into bracket,
Mercenary.
he's already up to the boss.
Wow, Crimson having
Holy.
a phenomenal race in Act
Wow.
1 here. Has been
Nicely
practicing
done.
a lot and sharing info with the other mercenary players back and forth.
I wonder if he
And
skipped.
even,
Did he skip
helping pave
Candlemass
the
or
way
no?
for some new strategies for the mercenary, which we're going to be seeing in this race, which we'll be able to talk about as we move into Act 2. But new passive tree, new level breakpoints, all sorts of new strategies coming out for the mercenaries here. And Crimson looks
nice
set to
stagger.
potentially try and lead the charge on that today. It's got to feel good as Crimson, though, to be a little bit ahead of Angormus here, you know?
For sure.
He's been working hard for it.
Absolutely. 100%.
Good first phase there.
Relicario approaching his boss
Oh.
right now. Crimson getting chunked by
That was
massive
close.
Big
splash.
swipe
As long
there.
as he doesn't die, we're
Ooh.
chilling.
He does manage to just dodge roll through those that ice there, or just managed to slip out before eating another slam after getting that big swipe, but just enough HP to weather that without too much upset there.
There you go. All right, second phase. Let's see how Crimson does
We're
it.
going to have to go 4-man screen here, I think, production.
Yeah, things are ramping up.
We're going to have some simultaneous fighting going on here. Crimson getting down that first set of explosions, tries the wing blast.
Relicario is at the boss as well with 23.
Go down and then gets that stun. Relicario doing a lot of damage on that volcano, and despite starting the fight later than Crimson, getting some big damage and moving to the second phase. But Crimson does hit the poetry. Unfortunate.
Ah, that
More
sucks.
consistently skipping the poetry phase, that is potentially a time cost that he didn't want to have. But now it has been discovered that if you can keep Count Geonor right in the center of the arena, and you can see this really well on 23's screen right now, you have to manage his movement, and that's really, really, really tricky to do. He moves with all of his abilities. You've got the Meteor Slams, which is what I think cost that for Crimson in the end, sending Geonor just way off screen. But you gotta keep him right in the center of the screen, and he won't actually go into the poetry phase if you can do that. Relicario eating poetry phase as well, yeah.
Crimson is Crimson's moving, man. That was good.
A better go of it this time. This is the thing. He's got him positioned in the center of the screen now, moving into the second phase. But in some cases, that's not exactly where you want him, because then he's more likely to move out of the center. If anything, you want him off center so that he then moves out of center. But if you can keep that Meteor Slam in the center,
nice.
that keeps him
Nice. 23's got him in a good spot.
Still, I believe, in the center there, and that he might be able to get that damage down off of that and skip that poetry phase.
Nice. Wow.
The stun free.
Good damage too.
Perfect positioning. That is how you do a perfect, flawless Geonor kill there with 23. Not quite taking the lead.
Look at the time difference.
Huge amount there, because Crimson just
look at how much he caught up
too. That was really good.
That was really impressive. Nicely
done. All right, and Gormus is at Geonor.
Can he finish it on the stun? Oh, the meteor should be enough to kill it before another point.
Relicario just finished him off. Nice.
On the druid.
And Gormus might be okay here. This is a little bit dodgy. He's looking at his gear. Oh, he's moving into the second phase now. That's all right. But he did have him way off center. He's going to look to hopefully position him in the middle there. As he moves into that second phase.
Whenever players are looking at their gear, they're thinking to themselves, what can I min-max? But with Angormus hovering over his items the way that he is, I don't think he's particularly happy about things, you know? Holding his cursor over the Lazuli. Yeah, you can sense some frustration.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah,
he doesn't have the same RNG that he had last week.
That's for sure. No, I saw in his practice run, he had a Blackheart Iron Ring once again as well. After last week, getting that and the dodge roll amulet too. He goes immediately into a poetry phase as well. Just before he does one grenade volley and then straight up.
Yep,
some deep poetry.
that sucks.
Not exactly what he wants here. 23 being the only one I saw there with the skip. But Crimson coming out just ahead.
So we close. If we take a look at the
times maybe as well, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, if we take a look at the ladder, I think Crimson was the first person to actually kill Geonor. Nicely done there. Wrathbreaker, that little pounce up is going to happen.
Oh, nice with the stun.
Yeah.
Crimson already at Wrathbreaker. Wow.
These speedrunners. They've got it
Still a tricky
so
boss.
nicely mapped out.
We've seen plenty.
I mean,
Ooh,
yeah,
kept
okay,
them in the
maybe they just
bottom
run
too.
across the
Nice.
arena, and then
Yeah.
things are kind of weird, but nah,
And Gormaz
perfect
secures
positioning
his
from
kill
Crimson.
during the
There we
the
go.
beams, the
Gormaz
orbital bombardments,
heading to
and
Act
manages
2
to get
now.
without any further upset. When you have a really early poetry phase like he did there, you can even be worried about having a second one, but enough damage and good enough positioning there to pull that kill off. Meanwhile, Crimson
having-
getting first Wrathbreaker there, as far as I can tell.
Damn,
Speaking
they're
of
all
security phase, I'm having
beating
flashbacks
Act
to
1 in like 30 minutes. I
the
wish I
Viper and
could do
Abruzzi
that.
fights that we've been seeing
Oh,
last
yeah,
week.
we're supposed to-
Hopefully, none of that happening this time around.
We saw some horrific Vipers. Well, if anything, actually, it's going to be worse this week because of the new changes to the mercenary strategy. Mercenaries have got a faster strategy, but it's worse than Viper, so we're going to potentially see worse Vipers than ever. Although last week was a spectacle to behold, indeed. We did see the worst Viper of all time, unfortunately.
It was ridiculous, for sure.
Shackle Coach substituting in the bottom left on the Huntress, who was leading ahead of 23. 23 erasers been making names of themselves, and Shackle Coach, not someone we've seen in the qualifiers yet, but someone we do know from the earlier race seasons as being
100%.
Another Huntress.
Has like a spot in our hearts, I feel, because I don't think I've ever seen it as emotive and expressive racer who's like, you know, just been working so hard to try and get better and better for love of the game. I think Shackle Coach is a phenomenal racer to get on the stream here for us. And we do
100%.
get their webcam too, which is good because they're always very expressive whenever anything goes wrong or right. You love to see it.
I love this guy. He truly is the best. Trying to optimize some of his inventory there in the mod inquiry and just getting swarmed by mobs. That is a very tricky part of the Huntress gameplay. You do have to ramp up a little bit before you're able to defend yourself against these monsters. Blacksmith Stone, always something that's going to be useful for our players. And Gormaz now up to Wrathbreaker. And I bet you he's praying for that varnished crossbow that's going to be coming up. That's a big, very important item for our players, for our mercenary players specifically. It will be coming up, and in many ways, it determines the remainder of the run.
Not Wrathbreaker giving
Another Exalt,
a spear, and a belt for Gormaz. Not exactly what he was looking for, unfortunately. And Gormaz just ruthlessly cut from the stream as he is not keeping
Crimson
up
dead!
right now.
Oh, Crimson dead! Relicario did too!
Oh no!
The double pepperoni!
Relicario with a bit of a desk slam there. Oh no!
Ah,
This
that hurts.
This race is this is a roller coaster. All of a sudden, we've got Shackle Coach, Relicario, Crimson taking the lead off of these like long-term dominant races, and then all of a sudden, just
2.5 minute penalty. Damn.
Relicario and Crimson both go down.
That's rough, man.
Now, it was wild that Gormaz is getting substituted out on the stream, but he might have a chance to come back on here in a minute. We'll see. That is wild.
Everybody's got a chance now.
Yeah, now's a pretty good time to take a look at those deaths. And hopefully none of the others ones have another one in the...
It's been so crazy, you know, because people really haven't been dying in Act 1, 2, rarely in Act 3.
No,
everybody's been so good at not dying here, but the
instant replay, let's see.
With the instant replay system coming out, we're watching Crimson on the Mercenary. Will that grenade delay come and play?
Here, yeah. This is nothing to be concerned about at this point. A little bit of a big pack, but he's got that flashbang down leading in there. Looks like he's playing perfectly safe to me. He's like, if I'm looking at this right now, I'm like, I don't see how he can.
How does he die? What the? This is a long replay.
Just a couple of bugs, nothing to be concerned about. Really keeping us guessing here, production with the clip.
Thank you, production. When is
it gonna happen? When is it gonna happen?
Yeah, this is a long.
The double slam.
Okay, no, I wouldn't. I thought he was going to get through that for sure, which he obviously did too. But that dodge roll makes it a little.
That's super annoying. I hate when that happens, man. And obviously, the physical blocking that they have in this game is ridiculous.
From the big fellas. And that's what it takes, huh?
I would have been. That shit pisses me off.
As production is loading up our other rip clip for our entertainment.
Oh, I think I see a physical damage Lazuli for Relicario. This is something some of our other players would like to benefit from. But now with the instant replay, What
Oh man,
happened
Crimson's going to be
here?
feeling that one for a while. He's going to be. Oh,
See, it's the same.
It's the same.
He's thinking about it.
He's pausing. He's pausing. He's pausing. Oh no, yeah.
It's the
He tried to
same.
go for
It's the
reset in
same
the end, but
bullshit, man.
no, it's slightly too late.
So he-
I saw that.
It's
0
the
on the
physical. It's like
Yeah,
the
true,
you
true,
know,
true.
you
So
just
Flop over that.
you just get
that
trapped
was him pausing and deciding whether he wanted to
because
log
you
out. As well.
can't,
Crimson
you know,
didn't
you
even
can't
have a
move
chance to
through
think
anything.
about logging out.
Exactly, that's a tilter.
That's
That's a
super
tilter
annoying.
because he knew that he's taking a risk here, and he made the wrong decision.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
battled with that screen. Like
Choco
unpaused
Coach
it,
is
could've logged out
tearing
there, could've done
apart
the checkpoint reset,
the
but
engineer,
unpaused it and ate the death in the end.
Ruja.
But they are back in the race. It is not over yet,
Damn.
and I certainly hope not, as I
No.
definitely want to see
Damn.
Relcario and Crimson having a strong race from here on out.
Tore her
And
apart.
maybe it's going to be one of those races where everyone dies. Whew, obviously,
Yeah, if we take a look, I think we can take a look at Woodish as he's approaching his Rugia fight and take a look at the ladder. Is Shackle Coach truly in the lead? I'm praying. Nope. Lee Donglin, who we currently do not have on the screen, was 25 seconds
Wow.
ahead. Huge. So we're going to be switching over to Lee Donglin very soon.
Yeah, Li Dong Lin
Bloodbath,
is
Li Dong Lin
definitely
is
ahead. Why are they not
ahead
showing
there.
her or
Yeah,
him?
I have to get them on screen as well now. With it being so close, it's been like, production's got to really be on their toes. Like, you got to hand it to them. They're doing a great job in the background. This ain't easy. They got to keep an eye on
Yeah,
like
there's
10
just so
races
many
just,
people.
They're doing
constantly
a great
changing
job. What do you mean?
Yeah.
We'll try and get Lee Dong in there and have a look at what they're doing.
They
So
don't even
right
have the
now,
leader
Woodish is
on the
battling.
screen.
Meanwhile, we have Woodish going into the Ruja fight.
Li Dong Lin's been the leader, and nobody even knew it until they showed that.
And certainly we have had some deaths here in the races.
All right,
but
now they
all
have
the
him on.
races have got this fight down.
What is he?
now.
What is he talking
Yeah,
about?
that was a
Oh, the
very
production's doing a
comfortable
great job. What are you
finish.
talking
They
about,
were
bro?
pretty good actually.
They just
But
messed up on the instant replay, and then they just messed up
23
again, not
and
getting
both finished their
the
fights.
leader
Meanwhile, before Woodish,
on the
with
screen. What are you
fight, Woodish
talking
looked like he
about?
was in the lead. He's actually
That
fifth.
would be even
We've
better.
never had a close race like this. We've had races that literally
Fucking
rank
what a
1 and 2 finish
brown nose
second
kiss
to each
ass.
other.
Oh, the production's doing a
Literally
great
like
job.
this? It's insane.
Yeah, I remember we had the actual literal like
Like,
tie
okay,
at
bro.
that one time,
Yes.
which had never happened in PvE racing history. But we had an exact second tie in one race in one of the previous seasons. It was so good.
Yep.
I think it was
Ridiculous.
two
but
ranges,
yeah.
if I recall correctly. That was wild.
As we've hit the 40-minute mark, Lee Donglin looking to be in the lead on a Huntress. More and more people transitioning to the Huntress.
Oh, he's
believing
got
that
he's definitely got
simply
Frost
wanna
Nexus.
stay
Looks
alive
like
and get that record time.
because that's a huge upgrade
At this
for
point, I feel
Twister.
like it
Just
doesn't even matter which
bam,
they're all
blowing
struggling
everything
so
up,
low.
causing chilled ground.
Yeah, I mean that's speedrunning for you, right? People are gonna keep pushing the crazy times, and you're cutting more and more corners, getting less and less XP. Anybody again that hasn't seen the previous races, players are gonna be finishing this race 20 levels under the level of the zone, in some cases even more. It gets really, really crazy, and because of that, yeah, the game gets a whole lot rippier. But you can't afford to die, as those 2.5 minute penalties might just end
He
up
says
costing
rippier, but
Qualifer 2
it
and
doesn't
2
matter
points.
how strong you are. When you get trapped by a ton of enemies like that and you
Had a
can't go anywhere, you're
very
dead.
fast kill there.
Doesn't
It has a
being
huge damage.
rippy
That final grenade volley,
and being
I don't know, it was
20
like
levels
3 or
below
something. It was like
a
half
map
health
doesn't
bar down
matter
to
at
0
all.
one grenade volley there. I just have to have a look at the damage. Oh wow, okay, yeah, he's got himself.
You could be at level with good, decent defenses, and you're still gonna die. When you get trapped by 1,000 monsters like that and you can't run anywhere, yeah, you're dead. It doesn't matter.
Sapphire ring, yeah, and some extra damage on the gloves. Plus one to melee skills on the gloves, not projectile skills, obviously. But some big damage there for Crimson. So Crimson's got the gear, but ultimately dropping down the ladder a bit here. While
players in the
Li Dong Lin is cruising though.
Ladder shuffle here. Li Dong maintaining the lead into the Hiney gates with 23, just 14 seconds behind. Shackle Coach.
Yeah, 23 is close.
Only 37 seconds behind.
Coach isn't far behind either.
This is crazy.
Then you got LHD in at 4, 65 seconds behind.
And Angomas, Crimson having dropped out of the top 6. This is a wild ride, bro. Guys, I am not keeping up with the current places on the ladder.
It's ridiculous.
Sorry, my mistake. Shackle didn't die. That was Relicario. My mistake. Relicario and Crimson with the deaths dropping off the top 6 there.
wouldn't be an official cast today without saying a bunch of BS. So hey, I'm sure
Absolutely.
the audience is used to it.
Hey, we are professional yappers. Professional BSs.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to take a look at last week's race to see where the players were at this stage of the game because I feel like it is just so ridiculous. Once again, we were just thinking really hard before the race started. Which four players are we going to be displaying? And there's many things you have to be taking into account. This player is an early game player. This one's kind of later game. We want to see somebody who's going to win, but maybe they're not necessarily going to be in the lead early on. Yeah, all the rules go out
Ooh,
the
Ling
window, and
Dong
everybody has
Lin.
gotten this good with Di Donglin now getting to his Jamanra fight. And what kind of output is he going to be expecting from these twisters here?
Very good.
Yep,
Boss is
fast.
cooperating. It's
That's
clean.
a fast kill.
This is a
Honestly,
perfect
I
little
think
zone or
just,
arena
yeah,
though for
Twisters
Twister,
just having no choice but
because
to
you're
hit
gonna.
Boss
I
multiple
mean,
times.
yeah, you're gonna get
Lead on
hit
top of that,
two,
with a
3
nice
times
some
with
decent
each
damage
Twister.
there.
So
And
the damage is
no
just gonna
messing
be
around
there.
in that fight. It is done and dusted. Chuckle Coach, meanwhile, on Huntress.
Oh man.
Chuckle played Mercenary in the past, pretty consistently, if I recall
Coach
correctly.
isn't
So
far
this is, I
behind.
think, their first
He's
season
taking his
in a different class, I believe.
Jamanra out too.
Okay, so
I
this
quite
is
recall
really
the early seasons.
interesting. We had some crazy RNG and some crazy layouts with some crazy shrines last week. So many of our speedrunners were mentioning that it was really the personal best sort of
Yeah.
race that they could ever have. But Jamanra died at 40 minutes and 14 seconds. And the first person to kill it was Angormus last week. So a massive
Wow.
difference here. The competition is really tight, but nobody is stepping up the way that it happened last week.
Wow, that's very
Yeah, I think at this
interesting.
point, Angormus had his dodge roll amulet. He had his Blackheart Iron Ring.
Because even with Ling Dong Lin in the lead,
he was all sorts of in a good way.
they're all like
He was racing
3,
hard last week at this point. So unsurprising.
3.5 minutes behind
We'll
from
if we get to see Angormus again.
Angormus's time
maybe
of
later in
last
the
week.
race, because he is
Very interesting.
He is a consistent racer.
Yeah.
We'll see if he can keep it together the rest of this race. But in the meantime, let's see how things shuffle out as we move through the Desert Sandstorm into the next sections of the Act 2, which get a little bit wild here as a lot of different zones that happen very quickly.
Yeah, we're just dropping his frost bomb on the ground. It's a super important part of Act 1, but eventually you just can't get enough intelligence on any class to sustain it, and so you have to drop it. As Lee Donglin now showcased on the screen, 24 seconds ahead to the Desert Sandstorm. Off Shackle Coach. Man, I love seeing Shackle Coach here. I'm sorry, I'm biased as hell. Ziggy was asking me who's my favorite earlier on, and my immediate thought was Shackle Coach. But I was trying to be
you're a fan. I know. He's great. I love an emotive player, and that's part of why Angormus has worked his way into my heart too, because he was the same. He was always on cam there and sharing his feelings, wearing them on his sleeve. I appreciate
He's
that.
so humble and consistent and hardworking. Yeah. You love to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Shackle Coach is like always practicing too. He's like always streaming his practice. You definitely love to see it. So I'm very excited to see them today and to see them performing so well. So this is interesting. This is where things are starting to change quite a bit for the mercenaries. So previously, the mercenaries would have to kind of be pretty careful about taking some level breakpoints as they move through Act 2, as their plan was to hit level 28 and then aim for a level 31 before Waterways in Act 3. So they would farm to 28 in the Dreadnought, also trying to maybe take some XP in like the Lightning Spies of Bashar and that. And then going for that level 31 breakpoint there. But things have changed with the Huntresses going through and completing the race at level 27, which, what level is Tavakai around again, Rise?
It's pretty crazy.
Like the 50s
27.
Pretty high up there.
It's about half the level of Tavakai. Huntress is going through at 27. They did not have to stop and farm. They would just run straight through and do that final push from level 27 all the way through. So the mercenaries now are making a change, and we're seeing a lot of the mercenaries now looking to push through at 27 themselves. And while there are some, other discussions about like, oh, maybe under this situation you do this or that, for the most part, it seems like you can save a lot of time by pushing 27. There are some drawbacks, of course, as you would expect. But you can save something like 5 to 6 minutes not having to try and push to 31 ultimately. And you maybe lose a minute here and there on bosses, but ultimately you might come out like somewhere in that 5 minutes ahead mark, which, given how the race times have been, that
Oh,
can
wow.
make all the
Froze
difference
him.
potentially. So,
And dead.
Yeah, and
although
we're
we've seen them be
watching Lead
competitive
on
with the
Glen.
Huntresses, that doesn't
Nice.
change.
All right.
We're watching Lead on Glen with his fight, and an interesting fact: he dropped a chain sting, which is a unique hunting spear.
Oh, no.
But I think it
Choco
was useful
Coach
early,
died.
not so much anymore. It does have increased attack speed, but the base is kind of bad.
Oh, on the boss, right at the start of the boss fight.
Oh, man.
It wasn't the enrage phase or anything, because both health bars are still there.
Oh no!
Sorry,
It hurts me to watch him like this. No,
look at him.
can't watch Ziggy.
No.
Ziggy, you
Oh,
cast.
yeah,
I'm looking away.
What did he?
It
What
hurts.
happened, man? Like right in the beginning of the
Coach
fight?
lamenting his fate.
What the hell happened?
We will get that clip up to see just what happened for Shacklecoats on the Huntress there in just a moment, as production is able to cue that one up. But devastating setback for Shacklecoach after such a strong early game here.
Damn.
Getting themselves, working their way
That's
up into top
rough.
6. Now we get to see their name grayed out and them drop down that ladder.
2.5 minute penalty.
No.
Sheesh.
No.
Fix him. Let him move. Come on, guys. Break the rules.
He has to wait another minute 30 rise. I'm sorry. It's the same for them all. Meanwhile, Wudish getting just crazy amounts of damage out right now. And getting that boss kill down so fast. There's another unique drop there for Wudish.
Okay, let's see.
Fight
what
from
the hell happened?
So here is the start of the fight here. And
Great.
Oh no.
Yeah. This is what happens when you push the boundaries, right? You're trying to face tech as much as possible. Every bit of movement is something that results in you not doing damage or setting up that big twister. And
that was right away too.
Look, and he's still cut up about it. Absolutely, he's 2 minutes 30 is enough time to definitely consider everything that went wrong in immense detail.
Yes, and you guys remember when we mentioned that a death like this early on determines your mentality for the rest of the race? You can see.
We got Engormus back
beating himself
in the bottom left. They just got to update the. There we go.
Last 30 seconds of his time there, I hope he can give himself a little pep talk and get that positive mental attitude going there and get back in that race.
Let's go, Engormus.
He's experienced, so he can do it for sure. He's found himself in these situations previously. He can recover.
Meanwhile, we get Engormus back on the stream as he moves his way back up, seemingly not having died in the background, as some of the other racers do indeed perish and drop off of that ladder. Engormus, like a rock, moving up, picking up speed as he rolls downhill. I don't know, Rob.
Oh my gosh, be careful. He's over there dodge rolling through a ton of enemies.
If they have the correct read, are going to be running past that additional event where you can get a guaranteed amulet. So something that we're going to be seeing on the screen soon, as Wudish is still finding.
Yeah, where's this guaranteed amulet I've heard? I keep hearing people talk about. Where the hell is it?
Gurmis is there too. Wudish gets his skill points on Gurmis aiming.
Because I have not. I don't think I've gotten it.
I'm going to have a little peek in on Wudish and see how his gear and whatnot is going. Might have to have a look at Engormus too and see how he's managed to make things up. And Engormus is one that I know for a fact has been practicing that level 27 strategy, and that's what he did on his 2 hours.
They got Engormus on the leader's screen, but he's not the leader.
His practice runs on stream yesterday.
At least that's not what they're showing.
He's pausing. He's in danger. Gonna go for the reset. Okay.
That was a very low health bar.
Yeah, that was a quick reset too. You didn't think about that twice. The Jade Amulet drops for Engormus. How useful will it be? We always mentioned the rings, the gloves, but an amulet can have a lot of useful mods, but...
Yeah, attributes as well. A little bit trickier. So Huntress had the more difficult time with attributes. They need a lot of int, strength, and dexterity to get all of their stuff going. Mercenary had an easy time of it, and those extra levels can, help in that regard there. In particular, I think there's like an extra node you get that's got like 10 strength and stuff on it. So getting some extra drops now with extra attributes actually might be a bit more of a factor for the mercenaries now that they're cutting things through on a lower level. But yeah, there's
mercenaries have been... Mercenaries have been just so consistently cutting levels out of their times. It used to be 33, then 31. Now we're getting to some crazy times as they're trying to keep up with the Huntress gameplay.
Oh, I'm looking at
What?
Weirdish's gear. He's got a Crown of the Pale King, which is a unique helmet that he picked up. It's like
Oh,
a
nice.
Thorns helmet. So Thorns retaliates against all hits, even ranged attacks, with 11 to 25 physical damage. I guess that's not nothing, but it's got 40 life on it, which is ultimately the main reason Weirdish is using that, I believe.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah, that's a pretty good amount of life to have on a hat right there. And some nice big cold damage on the ring. Nice varnished crossbow. With
Wait, you
some
said
decent
40?
physical. Yeah, it's got 40 flat life on it. It's not bad.
It rolls 40 to 80. It's the bottom roll. He's in hell.
I didn't realize.
It's the worst possible he can get.
Oh no.
That's the
It's
worst
80 on the
possible one
ring
he
I
could
had.
get.
So, you gotta count that as a win in the end. Okay, that's pretty funny though.
It's got rarity, you know. You could get something crazy out of that. Right?
I mean, it's not like a minimum roll Arian's Cobble or anything. That'd be something to see.
Oh, true. Production's mentioning the divine it. Let's go. Nah, they're probably saving the divine.
We have
for
had
the
divines
weapons.
drop in the race before, and they often don't play a big role. But if you divined a helmet from 40 to 80 health, that would be a substantial increase as you move through. You could use
Sometimes,
that helmet for the rest of the race.
if you find just the right shitty weapon, you can get like a
Yeah.
crazy divine on it, and
It can
it's
make a
really
difference.
gonna make a big difference. Yeah.
For sure. It's just like the time to kind of notice that, check your gear during some specific time, and realize that
Lead on
you need to
Lin
work
is about
improvements
40
with the divine
seconds
helmet.
ahead
Of course, not roll lower. Meanwhile,
Ooh.
in the lead right
round
now.
23 taking on our big crybaby boss over here. Which you
But
always say
yeah,
that.
20.
That's
They
something
gotta
that
they gotta
I'm
update
literally
He's a
this
crybaby.
thing on the
erased
right
his
here
real name from my
because
mind
23 is
now.
actually ahead,
That's
not
like
lead
That's
on
the
Lin.
crybaby.
the
They're
executive
close,
crybaby.
Yeah.
Woodish.
but
You're
23 did just
mangling-
kill
you're
that boss
mangling
first.
my recollection of names and terminology for this game now. You're
Mangling.
corrupting me. Yeah, you're mangling it.
Well described, Ziggy.
Nice
But
kills.
not a super clean fight. You can see from Woodish, he's already pre-prepping those gas grenades. We've seen the boss pretty much die before it's even showing its HP bar. Not
Nice
something that's really
stagger.
going to
That
be
was
happening
quick.
for Woodish here, but still a pretty good amount of damage. Doesn't
Yeah,
have to
that's
wait
a-
for the boss to go into the
Yeah, that was
middle to
really
receive
good.
damage from the
That was
twisters.
actually,
This is a good fight for the mercenary.
yeah. I mean, I think that
I
was
like
really
that,
good. Damn.
finishing him off right at the end there with that one volley of the.
Oh,
basic
rare
attack.
alloy. Ugh, it's
Aw.
terrible. I don't want to look at it. I mean, he could.
Oh no,
I think it
that
had an open
hurts.
prefix. It had an
Oof.
open prefix and it had like
Y-
bottom flat damage. Who knows?
Yeah, that's also
Maybe
so
hit it.
bad that they like block its.
All right, let's
potential
go,
by,
Ingormus.
Like, exalting it too. You like max roll exalt on that, it's still gonna be
Nice.
bad.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Cool,
got
might be an
time.
upgrade.
He's got time to find something
got time,
better.
yeah.
So
Oh, big damage.
Big damage.
Damn.
That was a
There
much
you
faster
go.
kill.
Very
Yeah, I
nice
haven't
by
seen
Ingormus.
this yet.
Holy
Let me
shit.
look. Ooh.
yeah, show us the varnished. What kind
Oh
of
yeah, let me
deals
see.
does he have? I see
Let me
the double
spy this.
sockets, so he's put some
Oh yeah,
investment
that's
into
pretty
it.
good. Oh man, what's Engels?
Oh yeah,
That's a vanished
damn,
crossbow
Ziggy,
right there.
your accent
Oh,
really
mate.
coming out there.
Oh, crikey, that's a crossbow right there.
I love that.
Crikey.
14 cold damage, 1 to 34 lightning, 5 to 13 physical, plus 2 to all projectile skills, even some light radius. And of course, he's double socked that with some lightning damage runes. He's got a nice 8 to 10 fire on the gloves, some extra damage on the ruby ring, some extra damage on the lightning ring. And Gormus has managed to get it together. He's even managed to get 15% move speed.
All right, everybody's in the Valley of Titans.
In Act 1. He's got some gear now.
Yeah, you can see it. From
Everyone's
the
pretty much
He's already
level
up to
21,
4.
22,
He's
it looks like.
71 seconds behind 23, but
Oh man,
3 seconds apart for Lee Dong Lin and 23.
Ooh,
That's a close
He's
one.
going for a unique on the league mechanic here. Which one did he pick in the end? I didn't see. Did he go for the unique?
I think he went for the amulet.
Because you'd want to try and go for the dodge roll amulet.
I have no idea. This guy's clicking way too fast.
Oh,
no! Don't die here, mate. I know you're trying to dig for a cool unique right now, but let's not have you perishing right now, please. Keep it together. All right, let's see what he gets. It is not. It's not a dodge roll amulet. What's that? Crimson amulet. That is an Igniferous. That's the. It's got like regen and stuff on it. What's that got?
Yeah.
Life recovery for regen. Yeah, it gives you that life regen every like 4 seconds thing, which is like it's kind of a neat little amulet. It's got a bit of fire resist on it, but probably not really going to be super helpful for him.
I think he's got a jade, so he might need it for the attributes.
He's got a lapis amulet, which is also still
a lapis,
potentially, but the lightning resistance on it is probably the main factor there, as you'll be moving into some lightning damage coming up. So that extra 10% lightning res can make a bit of a difference, more so than the Inferus's regen and fire resistance at this point.
23 is
All right, but we've
still in the lead here. He's heading towards
he's implementing in his play.
heading towards the boss here.
Pretty steadily at the top of the ladder now at the Titan Grotto. And you can already see that some of those combinations of abilities and support gems are becoming super effective with multiple screens getting cleared.
Yes, they are.
By those twisters. So nicely done so far. Very clean gameplay.
He's got Barrage.
Struggled.
He's got War Banner.
Yeah.
I wonder, does 23 have the correct read here?
Frost tipped arrows, or ice tipped arrows.
Realized he was going the wrong direction, but quickly corrected there, so didn't really lose.
Most likely, he's definitely got Frost Nexus on Twister as a support.
There, as we see the nice freeze.
He should anyway.
In action on the Huntresses. Huntress is taking full advantage of weapon swaps to use things like Herald of Ice on a certain weapon set to be able to get those extra clear Herald of Ice explosions and take full advantage of that, and also get things like the Chilled Ground down there for that big cold damage buff on their twisters, just to keep carrying that through. And it's a really, really good race play style.
Yeah, and really no wasted movement either, just so clean. Getting kind of slammed there, but staying alive, clearing out another rare mob who is permanently frozen. Come on, let that guy fly too.
Sticking around for that rare kill there. I don't know if he's like fishing for just a little bit of XP at this point, just to try and hit that level 27 mark, or prep for that push to 27.
Ziggy, we might have drama coming up. We still cannot find 23, 13, 11, 24, 79 Twitch channel.
Please, that was their father's name. Just call them 23 for sure.
23 Junior.
23 G. Yeah, I am a little concerned about that, as the official rule is that you do need to have your Twitch account linked and streaming. It can be your non-main Twitch account, and some races have done that to keep things secret. But 23 is, and you can see with some of the weirdness on stream sometimes, we are watching through.
Damn, he just destroyed the Titan Grotto.
He could be hiding it, right? Like there could be a way where he's unlisted, he doesn't have a category. You can do that, and that would make it extra difficult for us to find. So if you are seeing some of the lag on the screen or whatever, that is because of the Spectate client. Again, it is the limitations of the technology that we have available to us. We cannot find the stream, but it would be crazy if he actually qualifies, but then doesn't because there's no stream. That would.
Yeah, I'm definitely nervous about that. That would be rough. For sure.
Somebody...
they know, and they have done it in the past, so maybe it's just secret.
And Gormus now in the grotto.
Oof.
Yeah, but somebody that is streaming and everybody is familiar with, that's going to be Angormus now.
Nice damage.
Screen, taking down his Colossus with a nice clean fight, great positioning there.
Yeah, Lee Donglin getting a freeze right off the bat there, and some nice bouncing twisters coming in for that extra damage. He does get to start moving around, so not as fast as we've seen sometimes there. And Angormus indeed had a very fast kill. One extra slam down. He's going to have to get another volley of twisters off there. They're just not cooperating. They keep missing. They're all going off to the sides and not coming back and hitting the box.
What? Wow, he's still using the spear that I mentioned before. Interesting. Because I was looking at that pin build up.
Oh, Woodish is in the lead now.
Oh, the pin.
By 20 seconds.
Yeah, that one alone hold up for so long. I mean,
it is nice in the way that it's got projectile speed, which is great up until you get to the level 21 weapon, because that's got implicit projectile speed on it. So I guess that's a part of the strategy.
Yeah,
the projectile speed allowing projectile speed allows your twisters to bounce more frequently and potentially hit the moss more often with a singular attack. So
that's true.
It is very beneficial.
Yeah, it's got attack speed. It's got pretty high physical, which is important for that added cold damage from the ice tipped arrows conversion, I believe it was. But ultimately, it looks like it might be good enough just for a little longer.
I think he was one-shotting all of the mobs anyway, so as long as the damage is holding up on the single target, then we're chilling. And he does have another... I'm sure he's got another winged spear, which does have a 1.7 base attack speed for his whirling slash that will allow him to get those twisters out as quickly as possible. But now a lesser jeweler happening for Woodish.
Widish
Very
taking the
nicely
lead
done there.
here as the first.
Man, that's really nice to
shot,
get
1 minute
a
53 seconds with 23
lesser jeweler.
seconds behind. And then a slightly bigger gap as we see Angormus in third now, trailing behind with 57 seconds after Wudish entering the Deshar there. And Lee Donglin
He's
falling
thinking about
behind
that chess piece.
quite a bit more.
Wudish was thinking about that chess piece. It's got very little HP. It's got some
Wudish
strength.
stuck.
Yeah, he fell over and he can't get back up. Unlucky.
I've played a lot of Mercenary. I've been there before. Sometimes you're just like, oh, my grenade's on cooldown. I'm stuck here. I can't move through it. I gotta throw it, and then I have to wait for the delay. Yeah, that's
Yeah, this zone is
he's stuck
tricky with the
again.
sprint as well.
Okay, all right. He's gonna have a little bit of a sweaty hands moment, maybe getting stuck on that doorway. Hands slipping off the door handle as he tries to open it, just fumbling and drops his keys and
no, that's not what was happening. He was clicking on the door.
Yeah,
currently in the lead, but
that's literally a game problem.
Nervous with it, maybe. Ultimately,
maybe so.
Sometimes. Yeah,
we mentioned this before,
but really high up there. That's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Some of the players really thrive on rank 1, and it really builds them up. But unique strongbox runs past
not going for the not going for the unique strongbox there. I wonder because so shrines are seeded in the same, but I don't know if strongboxes are the same. Oh yeah,
wow, that was a really good map read by Wudish. I don't know how he did that.
The rolls are random on the boxes, but like
yeah, but I think the type of box
he knew exactly where to go on that. That was impressive.
Could be set by the seed then. Yeah, the rolls could be different though, ultimately. But yeah, no, if that strongbox, if you're an unfamiliar, drops jewels, which is ultimately not too useful for the races here. As some of the passive trees might not really even get a jewel slot.
Yeah, you can't really rely on something like that with the passive trees being just so tight and optimized for exactly what the players are needing at the exact moment. Desert Rune going to be picked up for Wudish. yeah, for sure.
Nobody's going to be dumping currency to crafting their jewels when they could be crafting literally everything else they have since they're level 27 and have no gear.
Yep.
It's wild.
For sure.
You thought this game was hard at times when you're like going through the boss, 2 levels above the boss, and you're like trying to improve your gear and get all your sockets filled up, and then these guys are half the level of the boss and wearing white gear. That's definitely a different game right there. Wild.
I'm not 100% sure. I only caught the tail end of it, but maybe Lee Nonglin kind of looked like he was struggling with finding the letter for the additional passive points. So it puts him pretty noticeably behind 148 seconds.
I actually learned that the letter, very weirdly, is not seeded. As in, it will be at a different place for each different racer. So while the layout will be the exact same, the letter can appear in a number of different places, and that little quest mark item there, it can be off to the side of someone, but it's straight in the middle of someone's path. So there's a little bit of
man, Wudish I thought was in trouble there, but holy crap!
Not necessary for this playthrough, but I think if you're having just a casual playthrough, the PoE2 campaign, I think it works similar to the way that the passive points from the heart works in Act 4. Or
this zone here could be dangerous, like out of nowhere.
And you have to find that mob or specific 2 mobs. And so sometimes the players, for instance, if they're looking for something, they don't want to use the reset a checkpoint because that respawns all the mobs and then potentially puts the item on some other mods. So it can be kind of tricky.
It's a bit like the power cores from Act 3, where they can be in a bunch of different spots and they'll move around on reset. So it might even be the same for the ladder, maybe. But it's not something you're going to reset at checkpoint and fish for, quite like you do with those.
All right, everybody is level 24.
Let's see.
Woodish.
Angormus, though, is at level 25.
23, only 15 seconds behind Woodish here. When Woodish checkpointing is going to lose those 15 seconds potentially. Well, that was a checkpoint because
he was getting XP.
He's hitting that XP. Good call, Rise.
I think
Good catch on that one. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, look at the levels.
He absolutely
level 26
knew where that was.
for Woodish. 24 for 23.
Wow, Wudish,
26. Still, I think, want to hit 27 on a Huntress exiting Act 2. So I'm not quite sure if somebody's ahead or somebody's behind.
I think that's going to be across the board for everyone now. Although I don't know if we'll see a Druid again, what their strategy is. But for the Mercenaries and the Huntresses now, it appears that 27 is the strategy. So probably hitting that 26 breakpoint here and then hitting 27 in Dreadnought, I imagine, is the play now for the Mercenaries. We'll see.
Nice Torgo fight for Woodish.
Extra exalt for Woodish.
Yeah, that's crazy. 27.
A great kill, but
and then
Enormous, he's
beating
closing in. Look,
the campaign.
he's very close. He's killing his boss fast too.
Oh, that's a big catch
That
up for
weapon is
Angormus. He
effective.
was over a minute behind, and now that is, as we'll see the ladder update in his
Yeah,
phone
that's
now,
awesome.
Gloves.
Huge.
that is only 15
Post jam.
seconds behind now. That's a full 60-second catch up.
His
right there.
damage is
Really
crazy.
nice. And LHD 14 seconds behind Woodish as well now. So that gap really closing. And 23 on the 15 second. Okay, that gap closed a lot there.
Nice.
Equalizer. The Spire of Deshar's just ran
Good
out.
damage there by
As
23.
everyone comes, the pack condenses back down, tightens back up. You love to see it.
Yeah.
And Gormus is catching up. Oh, we got LHD now back in second. Oh, well, never mind. LHD is now in first place.
But the mobs can still give you more or less XP.
And then they got Whole New Society coming in now.
To be differences there. Woo, that's a 5 chaos. That's a nice jewel.
I wonder why they're showing Whole New Society. They're in fifth place right now.
Angormus only 5 seconds behind now. And Woodish 8 seconds behind. Yeah.
Wait, how did that happen? Angormus was first?
Angormus is second now.
On the Dreadnought. So I guess
to get into Dreadnought. A bit faster in town or something there, maybe. But yeah, a little bit slight shuffle with it being like only 7 seconds, 2 seconds difference and stuff between them. A little bit of shuffle in town is to be expected. But here is LHD on the Huntress in the Dreadnought. LHD 25, although if the ladder maybe is a little bit behind, it could be 26 now. Likely going to be trying to get that 27. The Twister being fairly good in the Dreadnought at just clearing up all these mobs and just cleaning up all these nooks and or crannies in the Dreadnought to soak up every little bit of XP.
Man, an hour and 9 minutes, and they're getting.
And I believe
about an hour 10 minutes. They're going to be at Jamanra or Jamanra.
Just likely on our end. Look at that Twister unleashed there, just obliterating everything, and even going into the next area 2 screens away and cleaning up something else.
This is a good skill if you really hate the Dreadnought, which I believe.
My best time, I'm like.
Twister's going to be pretty effective.
I'm early in Act 2 at this point. These guys are already at Jamanra. I can't imagine. So impressive.
LHD hits that first checkpoint and some XP coming down very rapidly for them. This must be just pushing 26 then.
Oh, we're about to find out as he is leveling up very soon. And I already also see the little aura. So that's a Malice Scepter that he's already got prepped up. It's going to be very beneficial for the rest of the run. We are talking about the levels, and the reason why it's very important is because this is about the point where players are going to stop XPing and just charge. You know, they still have to kill bosses to get to Tavakai, but not a whole lot of killing anymore. And so itemization will become very difficult. So Act 2 was a big element of that, with many players checking 5, 6. Sometimes even 7.
I think we have to.
And Gormus is already attacking.
On
and Gormus is ahead though.
And Gormus coming in just slightly faster, and a nice fast first phase.
Ooh, nice.
There with that
LHD. Okay, they got War Banner.
Looking very good, but LHD even faster with those.
Wow.
Oh mate.
That's ridiculous. No catch up there for anybody.
Yeah,
wow.
Got there first and got through that phase pretty quick, but LHD catching up a little bit in that first phase there and actually going into second phase ahead of Angormus, despite Angormus having started that sooner there. That is wild. Although, keep in mind that there might be.
So I put freezing mark. Yep, he's frozen. Popping War Banner.
Getting the freeze on one big axe swipe, but that might be it.
Wow.
That's literally all he gets to show you.
Wow.
The developers handcrafted like a dozen moves for these bosses. You get to see one of them.
That damage was crazy.
Tries to summon a portal, probably to try and run away, I imagine.
Man, what spear does he have? Holy shit.
Very nice, with LHD potentially being in the lead a little bit, but we'll see what the actual ladder times say in a moment after the other races finish up here. But 23 moving through a bubble phase in the first one, so taking a little bit longer there. But let's have a look. LHD taking the kill at 1 hour 11 minutes and 58 seconds, and Angormus just 7 seconds behind on that Jamanra kill.
Wow, so close! Holy crap!
Kill is.
I gotta say though,
23 though.
I'm looking at last week's VOD, and our players have really stepped up their game. You remember when I talked about how they're about 4 minutes behind what we were having last week?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, now they're like 15 seconds ahead.
That's
So this Act 2 was
crazy.
ridiculous.
Wow,
That's insane because
Everybody
like
pumped through
it
this
was
one.
such
man.
good layouts and such crazy gear and everything. Oh, we did have some time costs when
They
it came to the zones
flew
and
through
the
Act 2,
aspects,
man.
so they might have
That's
had a bit of a
crazy.
different
From
strategy,
being
but that's really
4 minutes
cool.
behind, and now they're
23
15
really good
seconds
seconds
ahead
faster
is
than I thought they were in the first
crazy.
one.
No, okay, no, never mind. Last week was 1 minute faster, so they still caught up 3
Okay.
because we were looking at Angormus,
more
but guy
reasonable.
that dies actually already did his fight. That guy was pretty fast, so still they
Yes.
cast up quite a lot, quite
Whilst indeed having
significantly.
qualified for Exilcon, I think you can state that.
He's pretty good.
Absolutely. I noticed Woodish swapping over to that Igniferus, decked out in all sorts of uniques. An unusual set of uniques, but making advantage of them when they make sense. You evaluate these things on the fly a little bit here when they're a less obvious unique. You're like, is this actually helpful to me, or is it just shiny?
For sure.
Woodish dodging that slash.
We're going to be seeing some cool tech with the Tame Beast. Little bit of RNG on the Tame Beast that's going to be coming up for our players.
Yeah, absolutely. So
it looks like are they
looking for a tame beast,
are they skipping that boss in the marsh?
And there'll be a checkpoint that they can reset if they don't happen to run into one earlier. And they're looking for
looks
a
like they
ground
are.
effect, preferably fire or lightning.
So that's good to know
around
because
the base.
I
So,
was fighting him.
Explosions or leaves a trail of shock ground.
Well, I guess he's not needed.
Is just a way to consistently get that damage buff for your twisters. And that
Ooh,
is
there's Silver Fist.
Yeah, and
LHD.
Last week, it was
Holy.
yeah,
oh my
really nice
god, the
LHD
damage!
Crazy God. Monkey there. Just frozen the whole time. Monkey is
jeez.
Monkey. I remember when Monkey was killing races all over the place in earlier seasons. Well, this case
over nerf.
LHD
Bring back old Monkey.
Monkey was nerfed a little bit, but
the damage, holy crap!
Races are just doing so much damage.
And yeah, you can see the character level to zone difference has become so severe that LHD is leaving a pair of gloves on the ground just because he's never going to be able to get the levels to utilize it. And now he's just trying to get through the zones as quickly as possible with a little bit of a pit stop that's going to be happening for that previously mentioned Tame Beast.
It's an easy point that's easy to like. It's an interesting point that's easy to miss. Is that if they don't have their gear.
Wow, yeah, LHD is cruising, man.
As the gear becomes harder and harder for them to equip.
Oh wow, he's heading to the Chimera Wetlands.
So you they're looking to pick up specific bases and craft them as they go.
Wow.
And Gormus
no Tame
Mighty
Beast.
Silver Fist.
Swapping no Tame Beast for LHD. He progresses. Interesting. Okay.
LHD didn't pick up a beast in the interesting.
I don't think so. I mean, I might have. Listen, it would be on brand for me to miss it, but I don't think so.
It could be. He has a spider beast. Oh, he might have picked up one on the way or something. Then I didn't see a bunch of resetting going on, so maybe.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
You don't see it until
we're about to see it.
Yeah, that's full screen LHD for Ken.
He does have one.
Is that the Chimera?
Yeah, he's got one. So you can see it comes out on the weapon swap there.
Brings him over to the. Ooh, nice. Damn.
That's a big Xyclusion killing right there.
Damn, the damage. Holy.
Pulling Xyclusion up into there. If it cooperates, it doesn't always. But in that case, it did. And it's actually chilled ground, but the spider must have like some extra lightning thing on it or something. I don't know what that is.
Oh, I think I saw it a long time ago. Then he must have picked it up a long time. I could have sworn that I saw the icon like way in Act 2 because apparently he had to do Germandra.
Yeah, he got that really early then.
I wasn't
23 is on Silver Fist.
Turns out,
that's a really good pickup.
One for a really long time.
Yeah. I do wonder if the spider is like squishier on average than some of the other beasts that they tend to pick up later though, because like if it dies really quickly in the boss fights, that can be a bit of a problem. We
nice kill.
Tanking quite well in the Tabakai fight last week for a guy that dies, I believe.
Kill.
Wait, no.
Well done by 23.
Yes, guy that dies.
Yeah, that was guy that dies.
Yeah.
And Gormus now heading towards the Chimera.
Over to Contrast and boom, he wins the qualifier.
He's over a minute behind LHD.
Yes, guy that dies did secure that Huntress Demi, but not the Demi. The Demi, but also that Exilecon win there. And Gormus.
Wait, actually, hold on. Where's Jiluo? Where's guy that dies?
Yeah, we fully expect to see them practicing in these races, as like the live race practice is worth 10 off stream private practices, because it's just a lot more real ultimately.
Yeah.
But so races will generally take full advantage of it, but it could be that they're practicing in secret. I know that guy that dies is a fan of doing that. He has
Yeah, but
multiple streams and accounts and
we
things
might
like
not
that
see
to do
their
that stuff.
stream, but we see the ladder, and where are they? That it's pretty surprising because yeah, it is very valuable. That experience goes a long way. But I mean, there have been many events, so interesting.
Apparently, guy that does is doing some commentary as well. So maybe taking some time to study and maybe rest up a little bit.
Nice, cool show of dominance. I appreciate it.
Nice.
Doesn't even need practice to win.
Yeah, and Gomez having Chimera go onto another platform with just a tiny slither.
All right, Woodish just took out the
Gets
Silver
divine orb.
Fist.
We were talking about that earlier. I wonder if he'll be. I think he was even just looking at his crossbow there and be
Yeah,
like,
he's checking the rolls.
He's looking. Yeah, he's checking the rolls, and he does it. I'm gonna have to look. Wait, is he doing it?
Did he do it, or did he have two?
Here
No,
he goes.
he's clicking it.
Oh, I think it went up. I think it went up. I have to go look.
It happened too quickly.
I need to go look.
I wonder. Yeah, wow.
I saw the bottom end of one of the damages go up. I need to have a closer look for that one, I think.
Execution for 23, the banner on the ground. He's going to be taking off the platform.
LHD is at
already beginning his
the Warden. Oh, wow.
A little bit of RNG on those twisters, jumping around, trying to hit as many times as possible within that.
Oh, they popped War Banner.
Animation.
Oh, then there you go. There's the damage.
Go down. It's pretty good. The banner stays down all the way through.
That's definitely
nice fight.
That was definitely a good divine for Angomas. I'm looking at it now. It's probably like 80% rolls, whereas it was like much lower than that, I believe, before. So
let's go.
Like a pretty solid divine in the end, because you would divine it if it was like below 50% of its range. I think you'd shoot for that increase, or that gamble in the increase. And now that it's at that 80th percent, that's pretty good. Pretty good divine right there.
And it's good. It's good for the cast too, because we mentioned it earlier.
It is good.
So, hey, let's go.
Thanks, Angomas. Appreciate that.
Thanks, Angomas. Yeah, proving a
Everyone is level 27 except Woodish. Woodish is at 29. Oh, wow.
No deaths, Angomas.
So he's pushing the higher level, huh?
I thought you liked this guy. You're going to curse him like that? That's ridiculous.
No. Oh, no, I forgot. Why do we always do this?
You did this. I'm not partaking in this take.
I'm just being all over the place.
Oh, Nervous goes for the checkpoint reset. He's going to be looking for the core. Where is this? Where is the core? He needs it to activate the boss. He's struggling though. Where's this core at?
He's going
for the clear. He's going to reset a checkpoint to reposition the core. The reason why he's also exploring.
There it is.
Right.
Yeah. If you've not seen that strategy before, you can go to the checkpoint, just kind of reveal a little bit of an area around the checkpoint, and then you can reset a checkpoint a few times, and it shuffles each time you reset the quest item, and they'll quite often appear within view of your minimap, so that you can just go over and grab it and not have to actually search all over the place for them. So that's something you can fully take advantage of in your regular campaign runs to have an easier time through this zone that can take a while to do otherwise. But Ngomas getting that down, but got a nice stun on Zikuatl here. Can he get that damage down to secure him before anything else goes on? Getting it.
Man,
it's getting it. There's a little bit lingering. Zikuatl there, not super fast.
Yeah, that wasn't super fast, right? I was kind of hoping for more.
Woodish is on Chimera there in the background. No Ice Breath, which makes for the easiest kill, as you can just kind of kill them while they're doing that Ice Breath. And Zyclusion does indeed fly away, so no one phase for Woodish. Woodish will have to get that stone pillar down, and hopefully should be able to kill them with the amount of health that's left there.
And holy mother of all race gaps,
LHD, right?
120 seconds behind.
That is crazy right now. AHD is on an absolute tear.
Yeah, LHD is going crazy right now, man. He's just finished the Waterlands, the Waterlands, or Waterways.
As that wall that Zikuatl's standing against is too close for the Twisters to get the double tap damage. If you're leveling Twisters yourself, make sure you use the further away wall rather than the really close one to get that bonus damage, because otherwise it will just not work at all. But LHD, yeah, that is 2-minute lead at this point. Crazy run for LHD right now. I think I'm gonna have to have a little bit of a peek on how LHD is doing.
We've had gaps like this before, but with the race being so close in Act 1 and 2, I wasn't really expecting that it's going to be happening. We have had some rips, so that's a factor as well. But with LHD being the first person in the drowned city, you can see that movement coming into play, skipping all of the mobs. This zone not super difficult to get through.
Man,
Exile
it's
is going to be a
wow,
bit of a
LHD, is
story.
he just reading
Go
the
a little
map
bit away from
or
that.
the zone layout like
As the
perfectly, or
players are
what is
just
it? What
trying
is
to
going on
get
here?
through here as quickly as possible. The layout reads coming into play so heavily.
Wow.
How's that gear looking?
All right, I've loaded up LHD now. We're taking a look at their
What
two
a
gear
what a
sets. They've got
great
themselves a
layout
nice attack
read.
speed
Holy
wing
shit.
spear there, which is for that whirlwind setup, the optimal setup that they'll get going later. Right now, as you can see, using the talisman for wolf form, just because running around and dodge rolling in wolf form is just about as fast as sprinting, and it's way safer. So taking full advantage of that now. But that winged spear is banked in the inventory, ready to go for whirling slash. And then the war spear, which is the damage one, in the background there for the twisters itself. Ideally, you want high physical damage and pretty good physical damage here. 75% increase IPD,
Wow.
increased physical,
He doesn't
and
have flat.
No flat.
No flat,
Unfortunately,
but the hybrid roll and the IPD, kind of a low roll, but still pretty
yes, I said
decent.
only ultimately the pretty good. It's got 1 to 18 lightning and a bit of extra bonus attack speed there. An interesting thing here, though, is the room of accumulation, which is one
Another
of
good
the
map
need
layout
to encounter
knowledge, man.
runes, which on
He
a
went
spear
straight to the Queen of
appears,
Filth.
if you'll stop shuffling it around, he keeps changing his weapon set. It gives added
He's
cold
fighting a
damage.
There's
boss,
the
Ziggy.
demon.
Stop changing your weapons. I'm trying to read your gear. I'm gonna have to like bring it up on the wiki or something. It's actually really
Damn.
funny. I'm like trying to
The
translate
damage,
that.
wow.
Take a look
Okay,
now. This is the
Just
boss
tore her apart.
It gives you added cold damage equal to the enemy's power for 20 seconds up to a total of 32 added fight cold damage. And that's min and max cold damage. 32 to 32 cold damage there. So that's quite a lot of cold damage. That's like substantially more damage than you're typically getting from a single rune.
Man, LHD is getting a bigger and bigger lead.
As well. So really good if you need to like clear out some packs or get that freeze a little bit faster, get those chills, etc. Or just deal damage. But things looking pretty good for LHD there. Checking over the rest of the gear as well, just to see what sort of state they're in.
And Gormus is over 4 minutes behind him now. Oh my god.
The gloves, double damage
Or
on
I'm
the
sorry,
wing, and some extra physical damage on the
it's like
arm.
two and a quarter.
How did I bury the lead like this?
Oh no!
Still.
Oh
Look, Z.
man, I thought those wolf leaps were looking even better, even spicier there. He's got a short-footed sigil. I really buried the lead on that one. I do not know when LHD managed to pick that up. Possibly a little bit later in the race. There we go. Production, good job bringing up the short.
Oh, he's got the sure-footed sigil amulet. So his dodging with the wolf is
what it's all about.
much greater distance.
So much faster, safer too. Ultimately, unless you are not kind of used to that extra range and you dodge roll into a pack and die, can happen. But that extra dodge roll distance is just so fast. Yeah.
But interesting. I think interesting observation also for the Temple of Kopek. This time around, the exit out of the first floor was not in the furthest point. So typically our players will go there because it's got a slightly higher chance than the two other corners. So
I'm noticing he's always putting Warbanner down once he has the boss down to about, half life or so.
Cheating, okay? Don't do that. And then they're gonna have
it's an interesting
they can either go left or they can go right to try
strategy there.
That's gonna be
just to melt the boss down quick, I guess, once you get him to a certain point.
Second zone, as all you have to do is find that gap and jump over it, and it will always be on that side if you're trying to get on over to the bosses. And Gormus finds the Queen of Filth, and hopefully
wow, and Gormus is just now getting to the Queen of Filth. That goes to show you how far ahead LHD is. Holy shit.
Pretty well. It does pop a few mushrooms there, but is just fine. Not too bad. He's a bit of damage from the damage over time. Manages it. And 23 in the background as well, also securing their Queen of Filth kill. Looks like no Queen of Filth deaths to speak of here for us on stream this time around. We had a rolling slam death.
Nice, 23 and Gormus.
And some mushrooms in week 2.
I can't remember who
got the Queen of Filth now.
On the Queen of Filth last week.
I do recall who the Mushroom Surfer was, but it was a classic moment though.
It was dramatic.
It was a Huntress because they had the fire twisters everywhere
Oh,
on
yeah.
screen. It was 23,
Yeah,
was it?
yeah.
Oh, there you go. Well, 23 gets their vengeance this week with getting a nice fast kill there with no mushroom deaths. Yes, the
That's good.
visibility mushroom death last week. It looks like Woodish might be getting substituted out for Whole New Society,
Oh,
who's doing
wow,
quite
look at
well.
this.
I know someone you were wanting to keep a close eye on, Rise, and you were saying we often see them later
Oh,
in the
yeah.
stream.
That's what
And
I
that
was
is
thinking. I
indeed.
was thinking that Whole New Society might come out ahead. I think he's been having just really, really incredible runs. In the first qualifier, he was actually second with only a 2 minute difference between him and Jilliwo. So Whole New Society, definitely a player to watch out for. But
Oh
we
my god!
were also watching.
What happened? I just saw his face go grey on the right hand side of the
He
screen.
did.
No,
Oh, when
Gormus.
Gormus
Oh,
died?
once again the
LHD though.
curse.
LHD.
One
Wait,
death.
Viper. We gotta watch Viper.
Yeah, let's focus LHD's Viper kill here.
Gormus
Huntress.
in a second. Viper first.
Okay, yeah, we'll take a look at that Angormus kill in a second. Pause our grief for just a moment as we move into the crucial Viper fight for the Huntress. Will we be seeing 3 immunity phases or no immunity
LHD is on demon
LHD
time right
doesn't
now
have
with his
that mana
damage.
injector to
So I don't think this
Yeah,
is going to be a
work around
problem
it.
for him.
On grenades, you might struggle. This boss moves around a lot, but Twister,
is that spider like
just don't.
shocking the boss
They
or
just
something
don't
too?
care.
Because it's got a lot of lightning. The boss was instantly shocked, and it's got chill ground. This might be an insane. Look at that
Yeah, look at
damage.
the
That is
damage.
insane. And the bounce
Oh
there is
my
elected
god.
while frozen. Didn't even have a chance to finish her monologue.
Yep.
Didn't
What
yeah, that
the
was
hell was
there was no worry there.
LHD? That was filthy, mate. What a complete
Sheesh.
difference to last week's
Wow.
Viper
And there's so
Napawati
much.
fight.
There's so much that
Oh.
we could be talking about, as the boss gets less HP and the phases keep going, the arena gets smaller, the twisters become more effective. Yeah, none of that happening. It's just immediate death as we watch the replay of what happened to Angormus. Oh, you see that dead end
Ooh,
might actually come into play. Damn. And the
oh,
worst
yeah.
part,
See,
it's not even there.
it's every time.
It's not there. That's not where the
You could
exit
have gone
is.
through to that
It's
there.
always
Yeah.
it's always the
No, he could have gone
physical
through, but that's
bullshit,
not
getting
where the
trapped.
exit is.
That's
The
what's
exit wasn't
killing
even
everybody.
lighting.
Ah,
That's
the
why I
exit
was
wasn't even
saying
lighting.
All the
That's right.
time.
I see what
all
you're
of the
saying, yeah.
players are going to go there.
Ugh.
And in the case of Angormus, he's actually going to end up dying because of it.
That's so
Yeah, big
bad,
fan
man.
of
It's so
Tipar through a lot
annoying,
of
man.
packs
They
there,
need to
and
get rid of
Gormus
it.
getting stuck on just like perfectly spaced body blocking from the mobs there, not able to just
It's literally the
swing
only
through.
thing that's
And
killing these
because you're in
guys.
full run mode as well, it's difficult to
The
switch back
heart.
and like deal damage to kill monsters here.
LHD actually managed to find the heart, so super interesting. I was looking that he was killing all the mobs in
I was actually doing
Utsal. A part of that is staying alive, because it is such a dangerous zone, and you can see it on 23's screen as he keeps dying, and he's going to find the heart as well. So nice clear king, those big guys. And it is quite a bit of RNG, but if you find the correct pack, you can drop that heart in Utsal, and that will allow you to get 2 extra passive points. Super useful for 23 and both LHD.
I think looking at LHD with that sure-footed sigil and that Viper kill just now, I think do we get to say the line
23 is
runs?
now at
No,
Viper.
We don't get to say the
wait.
line.
I mean, depends. Do we want him to win or?
I mean, yeah, it didn't work so well for Angormus last week, did it? But I'm gonna say it. I think
Yeah.
at this point, Rise, it's LHD's race to lose.
Let's go. He's dead.
Oh man, this is a wild lead that LHD has carved out for
Yeah,
themselves
he's
here.
already at
Some
Doriani.
very good play on top of some very nice items. 23 moving into their
Verifying.
Viper kill. Let's see how it goes. Maybe a more normal Viper Napawatsi kill here. Let's see. Does get a shock down and the freeze, but going down really fast. Oh, there's just a little bit of time there for a potential immunity phase come out,
It's
but
enough.
does manage to secure it. Gets it done. There's just like that little bit of extra breath of time there compared to LHD's kill. Meanwhile, during the transition, basically, first phase of Doriani died, and we move into the second phase. Certainly no laser phase for LHD. The full Doriani speedrun skip there on pace. Eats a slam at the start there. I mean, a little careful. 670 life is pretty good, though. There's that big freeze. Shock is down instantly. Big damage. Every single ailment under the sun on Doriani right now. Blinded, ignited, chilled,
Damn.
frozen, shocked, and dead. The worst of all ailments.
ahead and at a ridiculous pace because last week we had an almost under 2 hour finish overall for the race. And right
Yeah.
now we were at, well, we haven't got the update yet for the Doriani, but for last week it was 1 hour, 36 minutes, and 12 seconds for the Doriani kill. Four guy that dies. Let's see if we can get the update for LHD. How much further ahead is he? 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 21 seconds. So, wow, almost 4 entire minutes of difference. And I mean, this is going to matter because if LHD manages to qualify, guy that dies is currently watching the race and LHD is practicing. So, it might make a
Yeah,
difference.
that's it. That's it. Ultimately, now, if you've secured that win, it's all about
Man,
gearing up and getting ready for that Exilecon race.
hour and a half, and they're in Act
ultimately not
4.
that far away. It's only a couple months. It's nerve-wrackingly close at this point if you're going to be
It's
preparing.
crazy, man. I'm not even at
100%.
Jamanra yet.
Lin with his Kopek fight, whole new society trying to progress over to Viper, finds the boss, and 23 getting close to Doriani now.
I mean, I'm definitely nowhere near these guys, but
LHD is moving into
that just is so impressive, man.
Whole new society starting the Viper fight. The prisoner, of course, coming up for LHD is a bit of a scary boss at times.
Mm-hmm.
So we're keeping one eye on them at the same time. 23 moving into the Doriani phase 1 fight there. Currently putting them in second, but a couple minutes behind at this point. And what about
the race
for our
isn't
mercenary
over.
dreams? Yeah.
The race isn't over until it's over. Tavakai is just still so dangerous. I mean, all of Act 4, 23 dead. I look over and he's gone.
Oh. Oh,
okay,
no.
That's got to be a tilter. We haven't seen.
That was Doriani death. Wow, we haven't seen.
Yeah, a Doriani death.
What happened?
We never see that.
Oh, who died? Oh, 23.
Seen a Doriani death.
I was watching Whole New Society. I missed it.
Recap in a minute.
He died on Doriani. Wow.
Society, which now that we've got the mercenaries going through at 27, there's a bit more of a chance of Viper hitting the immunity phase, but Whole New Society isn't worried because they get it down very quickly. That was a very smooth level 27 mercenary kill there. Remember, in previous weeks, the mercenaries were level 31 at this point. They had those like an extra set of grenade passives and whatnot. There's a few differences in the trees. Some of the mercenaries taking different approaches. But ultimately, there's been some cost to try and shave those minutes off their times. All right, here's 23.
Oh my!
Wait, what?
Oh, that fire risk must be a little bit low. There's just a quick little flamethrower.
Wow.
Check him. Check him statistics. Check him resistance.
What is the resistance? Holy shit. That was instant.
Statisticals. This was crazy.
17%. That's why.
And in the past, we've had different strategies for Act 4 so that players wouldn't have to switch out gear, and so they were focusing on sapphires.
Yeah, he's only at 17%.
I don't know that I've ever really seen that before. That is wild. But yeah, sometimes we forget about the humble resistance, but ultimately, let's have a look. I mean, it's not too...
Look at LHD. He's got the most broken, annoying mana donut on the planet. He's just sitting on top of it. Wait, is that...
Oh, no. It's going to be the boss. He's going to have to reset or something.
Wait, no, that's his guy? No, that isn't his guy.
No, that's not his guy.
That's not his guy. There's just a donut in his arena.
He's fine. He killed it before the boss started. Only just though. But he's got a little ratted. He eats a giant slam there. Oh man, this is a good arena for the Twisters though. And those freeze comes down. Big damage coming out this point. But LHD a little bit rattled, maybe a little bit thrown off by that mana donut mob, just harassing him in the boss
that
fight.
Was not giving up.
There. Oh mate,
that was ridiculous. I was like, that's gotta be a new tame beast or something. Like, what?
Why is it here? Followed him all the way into the boss fight, ran this whole way.
That's crazy.
you gotta love an unusual occurrence like this in the race from time to time. Keeps things pretty interesting.
All right, he got him.
LHD getting their kill in the end, catching their breath, and getting it back together.
And that was a really optimized fight. We were mentioning it last week, how you want to be standing close to the ballista and all that, and LHD did exactly that. It was super effective. Such a clean prisoner fight.
23
really
on Doriani now moving into the next phase. Whole New Societies, phase 2 starting just ahead. And
No
we'll see
laser skip
how
for 23.
Mercenary is looking. Oh, no laser skip. Oh, I thought he had it. No. A little bit of extra time cost there, causing Whole New Society to pull ahead a little bit. Our Mercenary hope for this week looks to rest on Whole New Society's shoulders, and Gormus suffering a death earlier puts him a bit behind, although he's still keeping up in that top 6 range pretty well despite that death. But Whole New Society right now getting, it's a bit of damage from that little backhand from Doriani there, but does manage to secure the kill. Yeah, I can't get over that flamethrower death early. That was wild. He has,
that was crazy.
Yeah, he has 23 has 17 fire res, which is like low, but not too crazy with 650 life. I'm surprised. Like, must have just been one of those like perfect positioning. You kind of ran with the flame and just ate every single tick of damage from it.
Yeah,
I've never seen it before. Wild death.
Yeah. But that's what it is, you know, there's so many dangerous things that you have to worry about. And we were used to having so many seasons where Doriani was the finish line previously before Act 4 was out. And yeah, players got so good at the fight we would never see rips. But yeah, as the dangers keep piling on, some of the past dangers come back and end up hurting 23.
Let's see.
LHD's on Krutog already? Damn.
Well here. So Krutog, if he goes into slamming phase, like the stomping phase, has 2 hitboxes, which are actually his legs, and they can be.
Oh, and he's already dead.
That is not the case for the Huntress. The Twisters are gonna hit those legs no matter what. But yeah, when he's stomping around, he can become like briefly immune during stomps as well, apparently too. So grenades can actually miss if they time badly.
So he went to the prison and then the Isle of Kin. Now he's going to Shrike Island.
Make Krutog not stomp. If you stand in certain areas, you can block his stomping and kind of break him. And the dev, one of the devs who works on that, is like constantly trying to find what they do to do that and then fixing it to make him work again. Zaki, I believe. So there's been this bit of like arms race between players to find a way to break his stomps versus Zaki trying to fix the stomps, and that's been an ongoing. That's been an ongoing
Zaki,
thing.
fix it.
But we'll see when Whole New Society gets to Krutog and just how that goes for him. But obviously, the Huntress has a bit of an advantage there, as in many cases with the Twister just doing some absolute work in that arena right there.
Oh, yeah. But man, what a gigantical lead for LHD. I mean,
gigantical.
We had an exceptionally close first few acts there, and now things are shaking out with a
he is
probably the biggest
he's cruising
so far. LHD looking absolutely dominant here as all
he is an absolute demon right now.
Relatively close between some of the others, but man, crazy dominance from LHD here, looking like a top contender for Exilecon right now. Even at this point, a death would potentially be recoverable for LHD, and that's wild.
Yeah, and this is a player that we've mentioned before all of the qualifiers.
And he's using Leap Slam too.
Going to be somebody who will really show up. But in the first 2 races, you know, he was there, but it was nothing like what we've seen this week around. So the extra effort, the extra practice really showing up. I mean, even if we compare it to the qualifier last week, LHD was a 2 hours and 9 minutes and 25 seconds. So 9 minutes almost behind.
Oh, he's getting behind the boss.
He is ahead on pace of Guy That Dies with, I mean, so far.
Ooh, instantly froze.
Like potentially first for us anyway. Under 2-hour finish. Really incredible work so far.
And look at this Scourge. Absolutely.
2 Twisters.
It's crazy.
Dead.
Just getting frozen and destroyed in that one set right there. Huge amounts of damage there. I'm really wondering about this beast there as well. And yeah, a lot of the times we haven't seen the Malice Scepter too. So extra crit is going to help.
And it's good news. We've managed to detect LHD's stream, so no more funkiness.
I was getting a little worried. That's good.
No more funkiness
Okay, yeah. Production was just having a little bit of hard time digging up LHD's stream, so we're starting to get a little bit nervous. Like, oh, is he not streaming? But thankfully, he is there. So if LHD can secure this win, can carry it through to the end without some sort of multiple death upset or something, then this could be their ticket to Exilecon right here. Hasn't really made any mistakes yet, and
you are really going in. No mistakes. There's no way he's gonna die multiple times. On top of Kai, phase 3, last 10% HP, resetting the entire fight. No, no, no.
Yep. You would need some serious caster cursing at this point. I think LHD is almost making themselves caster curse immune right at this point. We'll
Yeah.
see. I'll do my best to keep things interesting, but I don't even know if I have that level of power.
I gotta say, typically I would be all in for the drama, but I'm just appreciating a really incredible run from LHD. You can't just look at this and not be in awe of how much everybody has improved and how some of our players are really starting to show up and stand out. Just the mastery of PoE2 campaign.
Yeah, this is wild. Just going so hard on the practice and to see such mastery of the game and coming together when that converges, when all of that practice converges on a good run live on the actual race event. It can be rare. It can be rare that even happens. And then other times when you do get that good RNG, but you're not having a good race, like other things are going wrong, or you make a big mistake or something. Something goes horribly wrong. But in this case, we're seeing that convergence of
Man,
the good RNG meeting the great.
He's cruising.
And it's a spectacle. And as we
I wish I had the map knowledge like these guys. It's crazy.
Some of those other stats there.
Just knows exactly where to go.
Just how well shored up we are defensively speaking. As we know the offensives are on point right now, that's for sure.
Yeah, 100 energy shield as well as we approach Torvian. A pretty difficult fight for any class or player. Some mechanics that you have to pay attention.
Wow, he's already here.
Spawns, so you can see he doesn't even.
Oh my gosh, that was close.
Yeah, I was slightly ahead because I was watching in game then, but yeah, it's a big.
His life got real low,
but manages to recover from it with some nice fast. He's got an increased recovery rate flask, a 50% increased recovery rate, which is.
And he prioritizes the left platform as well for that ailment prevention, as it is very important on the Huntress, then goes for the right one to remove the damage reduction. And once that goes down, Torvian suddenly
he's taking damage again.
He's got the little bit of mandatory RP, I think, on this fight.
He's kind of drawing that fight out just a little bit here. What is
going
on?
He missed the second rock, and I think it's just he's not hitting
immune
to damage, or all the twisters are missing, or something there. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought
it's like an auto. Yeah, it's always like that.
No, I think he was ramping.
I think mine just been kind of weird. Missing. It was kind of weird though.
Yeah.
It was like
it's like an RP phase.
Is he bugged? What was happening?
I mean, he can afford to do this.
He got it. Whatever it was, he battled through it. Twisters ended up.
Kind of shrine?
I don't know what these guys are talking about. It's always been like that.
The prisoner right now in the background.
It's a mandatory RP phase that you like. He just doesn't take any damage.
Damage in the background. LHD
lightning shrine.
I don't know what the hell these guys are talking about.
Having a look at the defenses, we've got 65 cold resist for LHD, which means that Tavakai's like cold beams and stuff are not nearly going to be as dangerous. You'll often see players do like a tower shield swap to be able to just block those, because you can actually anticipate those by watching which totem lights up, so you'll know that it's happening and you can like pause the game and swap to a shield. But LHD might not really even have to do that, and it's not something we've seen off the.
Wow, he is switching all his weapons between the boss fight.
Back for the shrine.
Yeah, gets
wow.
a lightning damage shrine there. Because, he needs more damage. That's what he needs.
Yeah. I mean,
even more damage. This is a bigger arena, so it's a bit more likely those twisters miss. But that said, that Malice crit is building up. You can see that 4% bonus crit rate there.
There goes War Banner.
Going down immediately. I do think that Spider's doing something there. And some big old damage coming down. Is he going to have to go for a mace, though?
I think so.
I don't think
the banner's down.
He's not going to get
getting desperate.
There's the big.
There we go.
Yeah,
nice.
Nice.
Wow.
Damage on that rebound on the unleashed kind of barrage tornadoes.
And then he goes right back to the changing the weapons out.
Gear, and puts that talisman back in, as you can do a pounce through the door here. There's a nice little skip if you haven't seen this one yet. Players have worked out how to do a bit of a skip in this zone, so you don't get stuck slow walking quite as much. You can position yourself here. And
yeah, I've heard of this.
The racers will know based on the dialogue. Although I guess in Chinese, there's probably different timings on the dialogue, so you would need to learn a different set of it there. Getting ready, and we should see Did we see? Yeah, I guess that was just like a little. It was a little dash through with the short-footed sigil instead. Usually we see the pounce, but
did he do it? I don't think he did it.
oh, okay, because it allows you to kind of like go through a bit faster, but that does look like a slow walking, doesn't it?
Yeah, he didn't do it. I don't think so.
Oh, interesting. Guess yeah. Usually we see
Yeah,
the pounce onto the doorway, but he didn't actually get the skip here, so stuck with the regular slow walking. And I think that actually affects your ability to like do a portal earlier too. You can
Yeah, you have to
portal
wait for
sooner.
longer.
Yeah, you have to
There's
wait
like
for longer
very
to portal.
precise timings for when players portal out of certain encounters and dialogues
Hmm.
and things like that.
I wonder, did he like
Or you
not
can
try to
force
do
this
it,
to
or did he mess up the
flashbang.
timing on
Yeah,
that?
So
the
you will
partial,
be
not not the full
fully
flashbang skip,
immersed.
unfortunately for us in our eyeballs. So flashbang warning for those of you with sensitive eyes right now. That's they're in production. Last one production. Good
Clutch.
one.
Why, if you
Production.
guys are
Well
gonna
done.
skip away from this, why would you put it in the game? Come on, production. What
Well
the
done.
hell?
Well done. It's about immersing yourself in the eye blinded terror.
Oh shit! So he was able to just go to respawn at checkpoint to avoid the whole thing there.
Play there on the time.
Oh man, that's cool.
Well, and you can see
Oh,
some of
he's
the respecking
respecking.
coming to play already for the Huntress. A lot of respecking. As a matter of fact, removing some of those sprint nodes as those are not going to be beneficial anymore. Trying to get some damage, duration, projectile speed. All of those things are going to heavily benefit as LHD is approaching a very swift
Wow.
to the race at 1 hour.
He's at the last zone.
Only
This
2
is
more
it.
minutes to go.
An hour 49.
Yeah, this is the big one.
And he's heading to Tabakai.
As getting through all of these packs
Wow.
here can be very, very difficult.
So impressive, man.
You see LHD's
Holy shit.
Helmets, skin equipped there in their inventory. With the flexing for the previous demigod earnings. You love to see it. Let's see how they go through.
This can be a very dangerous zone, though. Very dangerous. Like tons and tons of monsters.
To secure themselves an Exilecon ticket.
You gotta be very careful.
In the zone. We've seen some resets as well as players.
Oh no! Oh, he pounced out of it. Okay, wow.
Yeah, that was good. Dealt with that. Didn't panic. Got stuck. Didn't keep trying to dash or anything like that, or try and wrangle them away. Just knew that you could pounce over that fence. Quick reset here on the check. Oh, I'm sorry. Moving to the next zone, and then let's see how this final push through goes.
Man, how did he know, man? How do you know the map layout so good?
Changes. He's gotten some exalted orbs, and he was using those earlier, but I don't even think that he was able to use.
He is just going right to it.
28 lightning, 17 fire, so reasonable with the 670 life. Not necessarily as high as you. Oh, it's a bad pack right there. That's a very.
Oh no!
Oh god!
No way!
I'm ahead. Oh, sorry.
You ruined it, Ziggy. But at the same
he
time,
died.
in mostly real time.
Sorry, it's slightly ahead. I was looking at his in-game gear.
Oh man.
Well, we'll get a chance to watch it even once more again, as we can probably bring that up in case you blinked and missed it, because we're going to have 2.5 minutes here of LHD. But the thing is,
he couldn't get out of there quick enough, man. Oh my.
But at the same time,
crazy.
You wanted this record, no? I think that even with this rip, you can still go for the record.
I mean, he's so far ahead though.
On pace for sub 2 hours here. It would have been our first sub 2 hours.
Way ahead. Way ahead.
Damn.
That would have been a wild world record to set, because like that was the sort of time that
if he didn't die, man, he was on world record pace. Oh man.
But maybe race 4 wouldn't have been faster than that time.
That sucks.
That is just a huge pack right there, and he had nowhere to go, right? Nowhere to go except a checkpoint reset, but did not get it in time.
Oh man, that's rough.
Try a desperate second dash, but I think they knew that fate was sealed right at that point.
Ziggy, did we count it as a caster curse? I was talking about how it's a scary zone and all that.
Oh,
give me some credit. Give me some credit.
Yeah.
Oh, 23 died as well?
Maybe. Just keeping things interesting for us.
Oh, no. But a runner-up, 23, has also died on Torvian.
No! Oh, what happened there? We should have the replay for that one as well, which we probably got enough time to take a look at here.
We've got time.
Brings it up. Very nice. Torvian.
Died on Torvian.
No, this is not where you want to die. Torvian's pretty close here, but as we saw, sometimes all the twisters miss. Okay.
But the mechanic
Yeah.
is up. He couldn't quite position himself for the rock. The
Oh,
banner
no.
goes down. He's trying to finish it. Gets greedy. The double
Oh.
chakram. No flasks available.
Yep.
And
Been
Torvian.
worn down. Yeah,
This
they've
must
been
have been a
worn down
long
over the
fight.
course of the fight. So that's one of those like series of mistakes, kind of everything going wrong in sequence there for 23.
It is
There
kind
we
of a
go.
tricky fight, right? Because of those chakrams going around, you always want to stay topped off because if you get hit by a double chakram, you just kind of die. So if you just did that attack a couple times too many,
All right,
or you
LHD
tried
about to come
pre-wand
back.
it, ends up costing you all your flasks, and yeah, he just ran out of HP. Very unfortunate. You could see the panic too, because he wasn't really doing the mechanic either. The left side ad was up, and he couldn't position himself close enough to that wall to get that rock flying. As Whole New Society is trying to get through his Benedictus and LHD back on the move. Jigglypuff, yes. Apparently LHD
Yeah.
likes to be called Jigglypuff.
Oh my gosh,
I
he
think it was Crimson that was telling me about
almost
this.
died
Crimson,
almost
I
at
think
the
someone
same
was
spot
asking,
again.
what LHD's preferred like English name was if they had one, as some of the Chinese races do, especially if they have like random letters or numbers for their name. And LHD said Jigglypuff. you gotta love it. There we go.
Yeah.
There we
Well,
go.
he
What a
got through the
good
help.
map
Torvian
read again by LHD.
1 hour and 54 minutes as the fight will be beginning very shortly.
Got through that choke point that resulted in that death earlier. It was a
Man,
blockbuster.
he
We
would
see
have
it- we
been,
see it a lot.
he definitely
It's
would have
very
been
slightly
sub 2
fun to push
hours.
through there when you're not really able to kill those monsters.
World
just try to get through
record.
as quickly as possible. Pathing through there is very difficult. First guy, Tabakai is
freeze.
usually going down without incident here, and that freeze gives you a lot of time to do some big damage here before too much happens. There is one slam
that chill.
that can end them here, but yeah, he's slowed. He's
He's styling.
Yeah, showing off the demigod. Showing off indeed. No, look at that demigod. Look at that spider too. I feel like that's doing some work on this run.
Yeah, he's kicking ass.
I don't know what that lightning ability is on it, but I'm pretty sure it's shocking the losses immediately.
You know, I was gonna
Wow.
look it up, and then I realized there's like 600 arch nemesis effects, and yeah, I give up.
All right, here we go. This is it.
Yeah, I bring it up on PvDB. It's like,
It's like it doesn't
good
feel
luck.
like there's that many. There's a lot.
Good
Final
luck.
fight
There's
here.
a lot. Yeah, there's a little bit
For
unfortunate some of that
LHD.
stuff.
Well,
Second phase.
Phase
Tabakai.
2.
Here we go. Oh,
Freeze
you're
is getting
frozen in
close.
the air.
It's gonna pop here.
Style in the air.
Oh wow, froze him in the air. That's funny.
For Tabakai there, as he gets frozen mid leap. Nicely positioned and dodged that, like the spike slam there. Very comfortable. Just gives another freeze there. It's actually wild.
All right, third phase. This is it.
There. The second freeze there is wild. Like when they've got the built-up kind of, resistance.
Man, is he's still gonna hit
You
sub
get
2
them
hours
stun,
here?
They become pretty resistant to that for a decent amount of time afterwards. During another freeze again right away.
Holy
Very
shit!
crazy.
It's only 155.40. He's got one more phase.
Most
Another
dangerous.
Chinese player potentially qualifying for ExileCon. The third qualifier. Only
yeah.
one more opportunity after this one.
Wow,
We
he's
are not trying to cast our curse in
even with a
1 hour,
death
55 minutes,
too.
55 seconds on the clock right now. Surely an under 2-hour finish is possible. Granted, as long as there will be no deaths in this particularly dangerous third phase.
Yeah,
Wow, instantly froze him. There goes the damage. War banner.
That shocked
Oh
Tabakai.
Oh, he's done. He's not even giving him a chance.
So many people right now. That is just
Wow.
to every other Tabakai kill.
An hour 56.
LHD securing, you gotta hand to him, securing the ExileCon ticket.
Wow.
Ultimately, 2 ExileCon tickets.
Under
Philip.
2
On
hours.
Racing with the fastest time we have ever seen here by a long shot. This is faster than most people's personal best practice times at this point. What even was this race?
Holy shit.
I've not even really heard of times this fast.
So that's a world record then on the qualifier.
Well done. Congratulations to LHD on securing that win.
Wow, man.
We've got Whole New Society coming through. Our mercenary
That was
rested on
impressive
so
as
they're
hell.
being there.
Holy.
Let's focus Whole New Society to close us out for today.
That was insane, man.
A little bit of a while to get there in the end, but usually.
So he had the scepter with Malice.
But, there's enough of a gap
What is
here
I
that,
can't remember what Malice
that was
does,
just
but
such a commanding win. Right?
whatever he was definitely using it.
Barely, right? Just barely winning.
But he was switching. He was doing a lot of weapon swaps
will be getting ranked too.
as well.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that
Wow, what an amazing run! Holy
really
crap!
Run considering how close he is to the finish line. Can he do it under 2 hours? Not quite sure.
All right. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for the stream right now. I will be back on later, guys. We'll do another stream. Because I'm gonna be playing some more Mortal Shell 2. But yeah, I just wanted to watch the qualifier. Didn't have a chance to watch it live yesterday. But wow, what an amazing qualifier, man. Now next week, Thursday, will be the fourth and final qualifier, and then we'll see the top 4 guys at Exilecon. So that'll be awesome. But you guys have have a good one. I'll see you guys later tonight for the next stream. Later.